Hello, I'm Eagle Gardens, Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram, and this is fucking talking shit with Eagle WEedNerdWorld, episode 573. For Metallica CP still in the background. There's our friend Blind Cat 420 enters the room. Cheers, everybody. Hopefully, you guys are having a good night. Quiet, the bald guy in the background. This one. Cheers. What's up, brother?
What's up, Eagle?
How you doing, man?
Good, man. Just chilling.
Firsties tonight.
Huh?
I said your firsties tonight.
All right, right on.
How was your day, brother?
Oh, it's pretty good, man. Just did some chores, took in some cans and got some straw for the garden and laid that down.
Yeah, I forget here with all the snow on the ground. I believe it's 3, if not -3 outside right now, that people are planning for the outdoors.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was turning my compost a little bit and doing some little chores, cleaning shit up.
Right on. What you rolling up?
Just some more of that. I've really been enjoying that from the American one. I call it the blueberry blood wreck, and it's his the male was the female was Subcool's blood wreck, or at least the pheno, the blood wreck pheno, and then crossed to the male, which was the vintage blueberry from AkA Bean Brains.
I know Tom needs to get his ass in here. We've been talking about him fucking all week and shit. He needs to pop his ass in. What's up, Tal? If you're listening, fucking phone, man. Talk about your streams. Cheers, Ty. How you doing, brother?
What's going on?
Loyalty.
Eagle, Blind Cat, chat. How's everybody doing? Long time no see or talk.
Right?
Well, it's too dark.
Missed Envy this morning, Ty. He popped in the wee hours of the Wee Nerd World.
Yeah, the last couple of days I've been in some pain. I didn't catch that first part. Who popped in?
Envy.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I did not catch that. I haven't got all the way totally caught up. I'm like bits and pieces through on a bunch of stuff, trying to squeeze it all in. And
fucking, I don't know how all you guys do it, to be honest with you. Shout out to all you guys that do watch these episodes and then go back and watch some of the older ones, man. That's some dedication, man. Shout out to you guys for checking out the old stuff. Trying to keep current anyway. Appreciate it.
I know I was getting all tired and shit. I was damn near fucking starstruck. Like, I mean, not quite, but you know what I mean. But I've been watching NV for a while, and I was just like, I didn't even know what to say. I was like, oh shit. I'm sure I'll get used to it, but fucking watching him on a Grow Tube Roundtable from back in the day, that shit was, learned a lot of knowledge from that man.
You had you guys along, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other day he was live on Instagram, and I went live with them. If anybody caught that, we were shooting some shit of some old fucking war stories from the grow shop. So if anybody did catch that, we accidentally did drop a few names, but there's some good stories.
Oh, so that's where you know him from?
Yeah. I met NV. I didn't even know about his channel. Nothing. My manager was all like, this is the new guy. And at the time, lot of stuff within corporate was already weird. So I'm like, is he a plant? I didn't even know him. I just saw him from across the room. I'm all like, is he like a spy? Like, are they trying to get rid of us? Because there was all the stuff that was going on. And he's like, no, you never heard of NV? And I'm like, who? And he pulled out his phone and he started showing me. I'm like, oh, okay, this guy's cool in my book. And then we started talking and then bam, we just hit it off. I mean, he's friends with my family, vice versa. And like, we hit it right off from the bat. But at first I was a little leery because there was already circumstances before that he kind of like walked into not knowing.
I can get it. Let me get it. Yeah.
But this is the first full day that I've been able to move around without like excruciating sciatic pain. So I'm taking that as a win.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's a tough pain to deal with there, Ty.
Well, usually it's my right side, and I get it once in a while. And camps ended on Saturday. Sunday I was a little sore, not much. Monday sciatic was acting up, and then like Monday night it was like both of them. And I thought something was wrong because I've never had both act up before. I was Googling if it was normal. I just didn't know. So yeah, it sucks. I'm laughing about it because I try to make fun of the painful things. So I laugh instead of, grimace or get down. So if you hear me joke about it a lot, I'm just trying to lighten the mood. But we can still talk about it. I don't want to not talk about it, but I don't know.
No, I hear you, dude. Fucking, I go through pain with my medical shit. My muscles eat themselves, and I'm up in the hospital for over a week, and I can't even move at all. Hardly. It hurts to fucking breathe and everything. So you got to make jokes, and that's what, even just to make, whether it's yourself comfortable or the nurses or whatever, what have you. But smile lest you cry, because it fucking hurts, baby.
Oh yeah, I shed a few tears. I think I was dehydrated at one point because I just couldn't cry anymore.
Yeah. No, I'm at the point where I just tell my family, I'm like, hey, fucking just drop me off at the ER or whatever. I'm fine. Like, you don't have to waste your whole I mean, I know it's not a waste, like they care about me or whatever, but just fucking drop me off because you can go about and do your business because this is the same as it's always been. Like, ain't nothing gonna change. I'll see, you know what I mean? Come in whenever you have a free chance and no pressure. Fucking, I'm not very needy, I'm already getting taken care of.
Yeah, that was one thing I was trying to avoid, was having to go to the ER or the doctors or hospital as a last resort.
Oh yeah.
Just because I have a very long history going back to, I was like, I think 5 or 6 of just a bad history of doctors, dentists, friggin' speech therapists, like, I mean, nothing like crazy, but just like procedures and like injections and radio frequency injections I had that looks like this past week or so, a lot of the pain and like looking back at all these things that I shouldn't have gone through, but I did at the time because I needed those pain pills and I had to do this procedure to have this, and it's just frustrating. And I was just getting really pissed off at myself for like allowing myself to do that. But it's like, this is all like long time ago stuff, just all stacking up, and just piling up. And it sucked because there was times I wanted to hop on and you guys were on and I'm like, no, if I just would have just shitted over everybody because the pain I was in, it would have been no fun. So I was just like, I'll just wait till I'm feeling a little bit better and come in and say hi. But I missed everybody.
Hell yeah, man. You were getting some props the other day. Fucking my buddy, my brother Blinded by the Light was fucking boosting you up on his episode last night. Fucking about your hash and shit, just like we all were. Fucking shit was good, bro.
Well, thank you. I thought I fucked it up. Thank you. I still don't know what to do with compliments, so I'm just gonna,
Oh, that's good. No worries. I'm not trying to stroke your ego too hard. You know what I'm saying? But
oh, trust me, there's no ego to stroke, man. I've shouted at 45, I've shouted my own ego a few times,
Yeah.
So like, trust me. There's no ego here to freaking to try to inflate. There's another hole on this side. It just goes right out the other ear.
Hell yeah.
Again, I'm sorry. What's up, chat? I got so wrapped up in the phone here. I have chat to the side here. I'm not glancing over, so didn't want to ignore him.
Right. What's up, chat? I know fucking so many people were in there. I don't know who followed us over, but what's up, everybody? Smiley, fucking Rasufa, Aldi. So many people were in there. Chicha. What's up, everybody?
Yeah, I got mad. I overslept. I didn't hear my alarm, and I'm like, oh, I missed the first like hour and 10 minutes, I think it was.
He's a good dude, Doc. Very knowledgeable guy, down to earth, passionate about what he's gonna do in breeding. He's a good one. I really enjoyed talking with him.
Hell yeah.
Musical background. I like to, I've got a little something in the works for you guys. I'm not gonna talk about, but
oh, you tease.
Canvas and music. They just go hand in hand. I always feel kind of. Hey, it is a tease too, but trust me, it's worth the tease. I'll tell you that much. It's worth the tease.
Right. So. Hell yeah, I was happy to see your hats came on board fucking today.
Right now.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, are those only available at that shop?
For now.
Damn.
I was talking to Smiley off air, man. The only reason why I am having the guy that prints them put together like an online store where they can be purchased easier. But I honestly fucking hate the fact of it. I honestly, I don't know what it is, but it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But yes, I'm trying to make them available for everybody, but I just it was never the intent, is what I'm saying. I had more fun. It's more fun for me to do limited numbers of certain things and go to events and give them out. You got a limited, you know what I mean? I got one of those. Nobody ain't got one, man. These fucking 28, 30 of these fuckers ever made, man. You ain't one of, you're a real weed nerd or whatever. You got one of these, you know what I mean? There's something in that, that I've always really enjoyed. So to kind of make it, I've had more fun giving it away than I'll ever have charging or spending any kind of money related.
No, I was just asking because I wanted to friggin' get a beanie. I wanted to see if you, either in the future, whatever, can get like the flat bill hats, because I'll get one of those, and I want one of those bucket Gilligan style hats, because that's my style too, and I will always rep those.
Shit, yeah.
I'm right there with you. I'm just getting into the bucket hat phase, but I like them, man. I would like one of those myself. And the hats, maybe they do the hats. And I thought I mentioned this on the air the other day when I went in to pick up the Smileys hat. I thought they hadn't done it yet. And they're like, oh, we're getting on it right now. And I could have swore the guy that was running the embroidery machine said he was doing a fucking hat. He even came out and he said, oh, it's supposed to be a beanie. And I was like, yeah. And I thought to myself, I'm going to get that hat. The next time I run into him, I'm like, so did you accidentally do a fucking hat? I'd take that, bitch. But it's definitely a possibility, Ty, for sure.
Yeah, I won those bucket hats since I was like in 7th grade. Like, I was the only kid in my school wearing those, and I was like, I mean, but it always fit me, and I've always loved them. And I can never find ones that I like besides these, ones you can find on every, dime a dozen website or store. And I've been on the hunt for a really cool one. So if anybody knows of anywhere, let me know, because
I think I've just come across that age to where, and nothing against anybody that wears bucket hats, man. But I think that it's a total comfort issue. And I've kind of come to the point in my life to where I'm like, fuck this, man. I'm here to be comfortable, man.
Yep.
The other day, it wasn't like last fall, I think fall it was, I'm pretty sure. I'm unfortunately doing a little bit of roofing, helping out a buddy that was behind in his workload and needed somebody, a ringer. I like to call myself, needed a ringer to come in and fucking catch up some work. And I'm fucking shit you not, bucket hat, orange fucking safety glasses on and shit. They're like, look at this motherfucker. And I'm like, fuck you guys. This is about comfort, man. This ain't no beauty show, bitches. That's what I love about the bucket hat is I can wad that bitch up. I can put it in my bags. I can put it in my back pocket and just throw that thing on. Not get
I remember like
about being cool.
in high school in like 92, like my freshman year or something like that, or 91. Friggin', I was Johnny Depp in Fear and Loathing, like that whole hat glass. That was me, but like in my later junior high, early high school years. So like when that movie came out, I'm like, look, well, they steal my style and just added some, other cooler clothes. But like that was, but yeah, but you had to have a certain, like I always had a big round head in school. I mean, I still do, but like I always had thick sideburns and like that bucket hat. You had to have things fit. Otherwise, it just looked it didn't look right. And it just worked. It worked for me. It worked really good for me. I never got ID'd. I bought all the beer for the seniors my freshman year. So yeah, I was in like Flynn back then. The good old days.
I always like that the hat I always wanted from TGA, that from Sub, was the black one with the white around the base. I always thought that one was super clean looking, but I like hats in general, so anything's good.
Oh, I love hats. I got a bunch of hats this past week.
Anything to cover this fucking solar panel.
I love this hat.
Am I high? Is that aim high? That's what it says.
No, I'm high. Yes.
High.
It's both.
I like it. Cheers, greenfingers.
I want to give a shout out to Miranda Valley Farms.
Hell yeah. Miranda's the man.
Because I got a nice little gift package that arrived all nice, safe, and sound. I am curious what this is.
It's a rolling tray, brother.
Rolling tray. Oh, okay. I saw the creases. I'm like, all right, is that like a desk? Boom. Okay. Now, all right.
That one right here.
Thank you. Sure. And I got some friggin'
I got one. Beans. So I got. Hold on here, Ty. I'll show you because mine has been up. I got one right here. Mine's different.
What again?
Same. These things make excellent fucking trays for like on the go. This is one thing I always loved about Subs and his marketing is he knew how to fucking put it forth shit we needed. So this is your tray. This is how it should look folded up. So you fold it up just like this and you can set it like this and it makes this nice little V you can break your butt up and fucking use it for like a little portable tray without spilling your shit all over. So yeah, it's a little portable.
That makes so much sense.
Business card / rolling tray. And then you can just like unfold it like yay and throw it back in your glove box, or in my case, my little travel tray. There you go.
Hell yeah. That makes a lot of sense now. Well, yeah, you sent me some of that, some his garden beans that I'm looking forward to freaking growing. I've never had any organic garden beans before. His meat wagon, and then he sent me some of the sweet tea.
Hell yeah.
So I'm really freaking, it was really fucking cool. So thank you, Miranda Valley. I'm not sure if he's in chat or not, but
If not, I'm sure he'll watch. That's for sure, man. That's pretty awesome, man. That's one thing I've really loved about seeing this community the last few years is, man, people used to worry about a lot about buying seeds and shit like that. Man, I have seen more genetics pass freely, keyword freely, in the last 2 years, man. There's not a reason why people shouldn't be growing. You know what I mean?
I never really experienced it because, like, all the stuff that I have been growing, like if you look at my Instagram, I won't name any other brands or whatever, but that's what I had for like the last 4 years, really. And I was just running off of either I popped half that pack and then just ran cuts off of that just because seed, pack prices and like, yeah, I knew people, but I'm like, is it really what they have? So I was real picky of who I got anything from. And so it was really cool when we were just having a side talk one day, I think it was, and I mentioned I once had sweet tea. And I didn't even know what I had. And I had sent it off to one of those California relief fundraisers. And next thing you know, boom, this came on the day I was having the most amount of pain. And it fucking brought a smile to my face. I was like, hell yeah. So
heck yeah. Yeah, baby.
What's up, Green Fingers?
What up, Green Fingers?
Cheers.
Brethren.
I saw you there, but I just started yapping. I'm just happy to fucking see everybody. I missed everyone.
I was just making sure I look good. We got out of the shower or out of the bath, so I'm like literally out of the water. Put some clothes on, start combing.
You're still trying to erase that I'm not a piece of meat thing, aren't you?
I had to
just see you getting out of the shower, throwing up the flex, going, I am a piece of meat, goddammit. I am a piece of meat.
I'm a person.
That's the new mantra.
I want to just cuddle, but I don't get to do that.
Yeah, speaking of genetics, I got some from Ohio's Captain Dank. I forgot Johnny and I got a pack of seeds from him each, and the one that I got was Pam crossed to Pam, so F2 or whatever. But super excited to run that because I guess that's the story on that. It's not fucking related to most shit in the galaxy, in the Phylos galaxy or whatever you want to call it. So that'll be cool to see how it grows. And
oh, speaking of genetics, who wants a good laugh?
Always.
Okay, now I'm not going to mention the seed company, but
then it's not good. I want to hear that.
We want full disclosure, Ty. Full disclosure.
Put them motherfuckers on blast, bro.
Open source.
Open fucking source everything, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't want to be fucked off and order somebody from nobody.
No, I just want
message me later then.
No, I want to understand something. Maybe you guys might have information that would help me. Now, I've been to a lot of trade shows, where there's been seed companies there, and why is it that they will give you one seed, right, in the pack, right, and want you to with this fucking QR code and go log every little thing that you do with this fucking seed, and then on top of that,
is it a fem?
This one is a Agent Orange feminized. This one is a original skunk regular, one seed, and then a Acapulco Gold autoflower.
Uh,
I could see the fem and maybe the auto, but the regular seed, I don't
they're
know.
testing them. They're
I
giving
mean,
them out their the QR code just because they want the results. They want you to be like, what did
Give me
how
a
did it
free
test?
pack.
You know?
You want?
Yeah, you
What?
get a free
Well,
pack, right? Or
what exactly? You know what I mean? Are you gonna get from? What kind of data are you gonna get from that one
one
seed?
seed
Get some, but not the
germination
data
rate,
that
you know.
a good breeder would be looking for, I would think. Yeah, like germination rate. Either you get a dud or pat. You know what I mean?
I
Right?
mean,
Did
I
it pop?
was
Did it
like,
pop? Like that's as far as some people get is that stage, and then they die because not everybody
That's
one seed, you know.
that's
One
one way to drive the numbers up. Germination rate 100%.
Hell yeah. 100% female, all females.
Yeah, because you never get it past that
Yeah.
stage, and then you just be like, "Fuck." Well, we didn't get no more results, but they all popped. So yeah, you know, that's
Well,
one way to get some kind of results. But
well, I had the
I
same
mean,
shit somebody sent me, except it was a brother and he gave me like fucking 20 some odd seeds. And but you know what I mean? Like in that case, you know what I mean? And it's the first cross
yeah,
or whatever. It's an F2 or whatever, but he just wants to see like, if it turned out good and all that good shit. So that sounds decent in my eyes because it was more than one. One ain't gonna
yeah.
be a
I mean, I
good
could
fucking.
see if it was like, they gave you, like a 10 pack or something, or like a 5, depending if it was like feminine or whatever mathematical equation, they, use, because I don't know anything about the shit. But I was just like, one seed. I'm like,
maybe
okay, I didn't say
they'll
no.
send you more.
Maybe I
When you
might
do
know
that, they
someone that
send
will
you
want to
like a
grow
whole
it.
10 pack. They might like you go hit the QR code, and they might be like, "Oh, here's your whole 10 pack in the mail. Where's your address?" You know, they might be. You never know. They do that kind of shit. It's just like
Well,
one for
I
now,
don't.
but come back for
I
the rest
think this.
later.
I think this company used to be another company not too long, a few years ago. And if it's who I think it is, I haven't really looked it up yet because I just thought about it when you said genetics. Then,
I would pop all of them though. They sound fun. Head stash, you know. Pop them all. Just keep them. Smoke them.
who knows?
You
I have so many
might find
seeds
a
I
winner.
popped lately.
You might
I,
find a
I just
fucking
popped
winner.
30 seeds recently. I've got another like 30 going in one way, shape, or form. I got to wait another 3 weeks before I can pop anything.
Oh, that's no fun. Tomorrow's the next day is the day to pop everything, man. Full moon. Right out of the new moon. That's the most powerful moon. After the new moon, the full moon after.
When's that coming up again? Because I didn't.
Day after tomorrow or tomorrow.
Oh hell
Not
yeah, good.
sure.
I've been wanting
Yeah.
to pop seeds. Hell yeah.
Yeah, next couple of days.
Oh shit, I better start. I'm gonna throw something into the water tonight or tomorrow then.
Yeah, it's coming. It's getting bigger and bigger every day. Like was right over my head when the interview started, and then I fucking passed out. I was like, fuck. Passed out, woke up at hour 2, and I was like, fuck, I missed half the fucking interview. I was like, motherfucker, I gotta take a fucking bath and get ready.
You and Ty on the same sleeping schedule or what?
Yeah, we're trying to make it on your schedule. Shit, we're Weed Nerd schedule. We're like, fuck, we gotta make it. Cause like I wake up early on accident because the dogs on a Friday we have
You start
trash
calling
day.
each other.
So trash day, it's fucking on. You know, I gotta wake up early to get the trash out, or I miss it, and then big hassle. So I'm up early on a Friday. I'm like, fuck that, man. 6 o'clock, I'm up. I'm fucking nuh-uh.
We need to get like a little a group text message going, so that way, like about the 15-minute warning, we'll just do a quick group call to wake us up real quick.
I was up when it started. I was awake when it started, and I was in chat, like the third or fourth person. And I was like, boom, started just draining. And I sat down for a second, and I never sit down. If I stand up, if I sit down, I go to sleep. So you guys would be making fun of me all day if I sat down. You guys would be like, look at him snoring and drooling all over the place. Fuck. But I can't do that shit or I fall asleep. So stand, you know?
Shit, I'm
Stoney
stay ready for bed.
Rockafeller
I'm already in my
rolling
PJs.
Cheers, guys.
Mr. Stoney.
Stoney.
Jeez.
Happy Friday. Happy Saturday. I don't know what day you guys
What's
are
up,
on,
man?
but it's still Friday in Stoney's world. So
Oh, it's Saturday here. I think.
is it?
It's Saturday already. Fuck.
I don't know what it is
Till
in your
you
world,
fall,
but mine is
Stoney.
Friday. What's
Till
that, brother?
you fall.
Right? That's
Till
it.
you fall.
Wait, yeah, it's called Friday, right? Yeah, no. When I was a kid, it was Friday till you woke up the next day. Then it was Saturday. So
That's right.
Friday night, motherfuckers.
The only problem is when I wake up on Saturday, I'm gonna miss half the fucking Saturday.
That is a trade-off.
Just that's why I love the summertime, man. Fucking, you get so much. You can still wake up at noon and get fucking 10 hours of sun and shit running around.
You know, there's something to be said about that sun, right? It gives you a little something. Like, you don't need the sleep you do in the winter. You know, you just, like, when it's warm out, it's like, I wake up, I'm like, now, like, wake up in the winter time. When I wake up, it's like, I need like 15, 20 minutes just to get the engine warmed up, you know, and get my body moving. I don't want to get up. Summer, no problem.
What?
Yeah. This time of year, here on out, it's like I can 4 hours of sleep, I'm fine. I like to be up before the sun rises if I'm growing outdoors, get the outdoor stuff going. Then before it gets too hot, I can come back inside, shower, work on the inside plants, and then take a nap, and then work on the outside plants.
Yeah, well,
That's
the elements
clutch.
are so
Yeah.
much different. You know, we live in an environment where we don't get that winter. It's like fuck. It was 108 degrees today, guys.
Holy shit.
Fucking gonna melt. I fucking don't even got an air conditioner. I'm like, motherfucker. I was
Dude, it was
waiting.
hot here today too, man. It was 39 degrees.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
hot for this time of year.
That's crazy, though.
Isn't it?
It just changed so fast. It was cold 3 days ago. I had the heater on and I was freezing my ass off. Now I'm like, what the fuck?
We got the
talked
same
about that
situation
last
here.
night. I think we're gonna have a fucking early spring, and I'm fucking stoked about it.
Good, me too.
Well, my plants started fucking budding. The ones that I was doing the open pollination with before I turned the lights off of them. So like they're like seem to be autoflowers now. I don't know. They like changed. Everything's turning to be autoflowers. Even my indoor ones. The lights didn't do nothing, but they changed. So somebody pollinated my shit with autos, I think. Like with my open pollination before, I fucking got open pollinated for real.
Okay, well, when I first started doing some outdoor, I fucking threw some shit out because I was excited. My buddy was like, "Oh, it's too early," and fucking I threw something out there, and of course it started flowering right away. And so, wouldn't you guys agree that like if you were to put something out right now, if the hours are too short, like, and you can basically between like early February, you could even until, you know what I mean, even though the days are getting a little bit longer, wouldn't a lot of stuff still flower right now?
Yeah.
Yep, that's what we used to do. And
Yeah.
the last city I lived, we would do a February crop after December. So we would cut all the tops, and then we would let it go for another month, and then we would cut them all down, and then whatever seeds were still popping up out of the ground, they would finish. Little colas would finish within fucking 3 weeks. As fast as fuck out here. Like the weather is so much different though. Like it's fucking the morning dew, then fucking it gets real dry, and then so every morning like there's a real big heavy morning dew every morning because it gets so hot. At night it gets so cold, and then it makes it dew, so it just fucking perspirates on every fucking thing. Nice little covering of water, and then like people wouldn't believe it, but that's how the fuck tarantulas live out here. But they gotta molt their skin. Without that moisture, they would get stuck in their skin. I wouldn't be able to break out of it. But yeah, a lot of fucking moisture out here. It's just desolate.
Yeah, that's crazy when they get to migrating too. I remember going to see my grandpa, and they'd just be fucking covered. All the tarantulas would be covering the road, just be straight black with tarantulas.
Yeah, then the fucking all the monarch butterflies that they get to eat along the way because they go to Mexico every fucking winter or for summer. So like summer and then winter when they're flying back. Like it's crazy to see these animals migrate, fly back, and live for more than a fucking 10 days or 30 days. You know, like what the fuck? That thing lived for like a year. Like motherfucker. It's 3-year-old spiders, 4-year-old spiders.
That's freaky.
Yeah, they get fucking get that big.
Yeah, no, man.
That's a
All over the road and shit.
Right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking,
Crawling all
gnarly.
over you.
Fuck that. One of my friends lived in Belize, and that's what and they would just have their whole fucking ceiling would be like that. I forgot with what, but it was covered with something. It was I don't know if it was tarantulas. I think it was something else.
they're a good food source
Okay.
though. They taste
It
like
was
crab.
fucked up.
Be walking around with a flamethrower or a fucking wheat burner or some shit.
Yeah. You can kill those things with the slingshot. They're so big. You just fucking pop, fucking from far away. They're so big. They're not afraid of you. So like when you walk up to them, they just like look at you. And
Not
if you
yet, they're
approach
not.
when you approach it, it's your problem. You know, like they'll throw their arms up and attack. They'll run straight at you. And
I'll learn them.
Yeah,
I'll
you
learn
try
them.
to. They're so fast, dude. I couldn't even stop it and see it. I was like, where the fuck did it go? And it was fucking that big in front of my face. 2 seconds later, I blinked and it was fucking already halfway up the wall. I was like, motherfucker, dude. Fucking flashed me. Fucking scary as fuck seeing a 6-inch creature flying. It's like, dude, you just ran and
How
jumped.
many times have you guys stepped on a spider that's like challenged you like that? You know, you've kind of stopped and you both stared each other down a little bit. That little fucker runs at you and you just pick up your foot and step on him, but you go, props, little brave man. You've lost this wall.
That's
Now when
like the
it's a
guy
bee
that
with a
pulls out
mouse.
the karate moves on you, Eagle, in the parking lot. Why? Does all that shit and then stops and you just sit there and look at him, just pull out a gun and fucking point it at him and watch him fall. Game over.
Yeah, if you've never had a rat climb up your legs while you've been fucking like digging through stuff, like rummaging through like fucking somebody's garage or something, just picking, like fucking, that's the scariest thing. Cause like there's nothing you could do. You're stuck inside of like a garage, close, like just stuck. And then like you got rats flying out of their like nests and they don't care. They just run straight up you and then jump off you. Fucking scary.
Is that like Joe Pesci with the gun? Hey, spider. Man, spider.
Whole family's rats.
I had one. I still don't know what kind of spider it was. It was here in this grow. Fucking I fucking seen it and I'm like, what the fuck kind of spider is that? And it was a good sized spider and it kind of looked like it had like lumps on it. It was weird. And I go to fucking kill it and fucking I swear it looked like 100, if not more, babies jumped off of that motherfucker as I killed it. So I'm sitting there going, and I was like fucking tripping. I was totally fucking, holy fuck. Yeah. How many just came off of that bitch, man? They just Trojan horse my ass.
Yeah, the whole brood of them, right? They just fly off the back as you smash the mother. Then you start trying to kill the rest of them. It's like, where did all these hundreds of fucking little fuckers come from, man?
That was creepy.
And now they know you, and they know you killed mom. So yeah.
Now your mom and your fucking, we're gonna eat you because you're the next source of food.
Don't go to sleep in there.
Yeah. My sack just broke. I got new Black Widows over here. They just popped out.
Yeah, see, you guys got a lot of that killer death shit out there, man. Fuck that.
Well,
yeah,
you know what? Here's the crazy thing. I've only seen one scorpion in
what the hell, dude?
23 years.
You're not looking in the right places, bro. You just got to pick up.
The only time I've seen a scorpion was when I was working in Death Valley at the national park.
Any rock out here, if I lift it up in the summertime, 5 or 6 scorpions will run out of that bitch. I mean, like big ones too.
I don't come across them. Or they're
like a jumbo shrimp.
The first time I saw one was when my first day on the job. My original job, they didn't. My trainer wasn't there, so I helped out with the housekeeping, which I give credit for anyone that ever did housekeeping. I can never do that. I did that for like 2 days, and the very first one, I picked up the pillow, and the fucking scorpion was like friggin' a half inch from my finger, and I jumped over the housekeeping lady, this 80-year-old lady, jumped over her, cleared her, and I ran out the door like a little bitch.
Voice reaching the same octave as hers.
No, she picked it up. It was like,
Yeah.
what are you
They're
scared
not
of? She
afraid.
picked it up.
What a badass.
Yeah, she
like
was
people who
bad.
live with them, if you grew up with
Rest-
them, like they're not afraid of them. I can't
Rest
touch
in
them.
peace,
I'm still like,
Nell. That was her name. Nell. Nice old lady. Kicked ass. She ran that place out there.
The first time I ever seen a scorpion, believe it or not, wasn't in Arizona or none of that. Was in fucking Florida. Not big ones either. They're like smaller, like miniature size scorpions.
yeah.
But they're fucking everywhere, man. My buddy's mom and dad bought a house out there to retire in, and the house was just kind of sitting. So they're like, why don't you guys go down there for a couple of weeks in the summer, you know? And so we went in there, man. We got in there, and these things were fucking all over the inside of the house. Just running around there with a coat hangers, fucking killing.
Yeah, they fucking are. Those are pretty quick creatures. The scorpion. Like,
Yeah, they are.
They're really fast compared to spiders. Like the way that they attack and they could hide, and they're hard-bodied more. Like they're more armored. I hit one with a rock and it just fucking like bounced off of it and it didn't die. I was like,
They're
what
like
the
ticks.
fuck? Yeah, they're real
Tigers are just
hard-bodied.
as
Have you
dangerous,
found-
right?
What was that?
Has any of your friends been beneficial in the garden, green fingers?
Well, yeah,
Found,
all the
like some
crickets.
aphid fucking munching spiders and shit.
I got one spider that's got the long front legs with the white body. Like it holds them out and it waits for like stuff to fly on the end of them. But it matches the fucking bud. Like it looks like a tip of a fucking flowering fucking shit. So like sometimes when I'm in there working, I gotta watch out for it because it looks poisonous. But it catches all kinds of shit. But the baby
Cricket
ones,
will
what I
eat your
use,
shit, won't he?
the crickets eat everything. But you need those vibrations. They fucking without those vibrations, like I don't know, those plants thrive. That's why they got so big so fast. The crickets are back. And there's just a whole nother fucking vibration, you know? Just a big vibration and make a lot of noise. I think that makes the plants get so big so fast.
Right? Like singing birds and different shit like that. The frequency from
The
them, like
frequency. That's what I was trying to think of the word. I'm all the vibration. Fuck.
yeah.
Frequency.
Yeah, because there's something, yeah, there's definitely something to all that shit.
Yeah. 'Cause
There's certain birds. Like I have a friend that lives in Houston, and I mean at least 3-4 times a week he'll record the birds that are in the local park, and they don't even have their own chirp anymore. They mimic car alarms.
the car alarms, right? Yeah. So we got
Yeah.
birds that sound like cars, and then they sound like birds. But we got like flocks of birds, so they don't get all like. They don't do that. We got doves and we got fucking pigeons and fucking shit like that. So yeah, we don't got city birds, like no blackbirds out here.
Sounds racist.
Yeah. You want to see the blackbird? Cheers, Smiley. You want to see the
Bro.
blackbird, but a lot of fucking pigeons, and a lot of doves.
Hey, Smiley.
Cheers, Smiley.
Cheers, Smiley.
Friday night. Everybody doing all right?
Hell yeah.
Better now.
Ice skating my ass home tonight, man. It's fucking 40 degrees or something today. All the snow's melting, and then it dropped to like 20 or 10 degrees or something, windy as fuck. And like, truck got set sideways by the wind a couple times. Like, holy shit.
By the wind? That's
That's
a good
crazy.
wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's freaking 64.5 degrees right now here.
Shit, I think it was that during the hottest point today.
It was hot today here.
Hell yeah, I bet.
Fuck yeah, man. What's the hot topic? We're talking fucking ancient Egyptians or aliens? What are we talking about?
We're waiting for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Experts say
It's Smiley's choice.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Eagle, we should build a wheel and just have, like, when we run into this, just have all the different topics, just spin the wheel and see where it lands, and that's where we go. That'd be fun.
That idea's been kicking around for quite some time.
Has it?
Yeah. I thought about building a fucking like a wood version, actual.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell
That'd
yeah.
be great.
Actually, there's actually one I think on this phone. Hold on. I think it's this one. It's one of those things. I've been so busy, I haven't finished her up. I guarantee there's one on this phone.
Yeah, on that Cannabis Organums channel, that Raptor and a couple other guys were on there. Stabby and a bunch of those guys. They'd play the fucking this ball game that he had made, and it I don't know, it was like a race or whatever, and it was pretty cool. I don't know. I was like
right
playing
here.
And that makes me want
Already
to gamble.
pre-labeled wormhole.
Hell yeah.
Subjects already on the board. Clones. Story time. Best place. Seeds. Show over. Red pill rant. Aliens. Organic is already on the
Aliens.
You already got them made with topics. Yeah.
That's great. Fucking red pill rant.
Oh, you should also add on there single seed tester.
That's single. Like single seed, like singles, like they're single seed testers. Like they don't have a significant other. They're just like, or like I'm single. I don't have a girlfriend. Like that.
Yeah,
single,
it's one seed in here.
Oh, one seed tester. Yeah, never mind. I thought you meant like looking for, like,
No,
trying to
there's
make
one
couples.
seed. That's what I was
Yeah,
talking
right.
about.
He's going pheno hunting with one seed.
I mean, I didn't want to.
Good way to find somebody
That's
too.
Greenfingers headline on fucking Tinder or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Single seed hunters, and you're like, just, you change one seed and that's it. Yeah. That's what I thought you meant by like singles. I thought you meant like a dating thing. Yeah.
Okay, well, you can do that. We can do that too.
Yeah, we could have like
What are they?
dude dating. Is there one of those, like a fucking, what were those other ones called? They made weird, like Christian one and all those other ones.
Sausage Fest.
Farmers only.
Yeah, that's a good one. Shit. Where are all the women at? God dang. We scared them all away with our seed talk.
Cheers, Brian. What's that picture you behind you, brother? What strain is that, you know?
Probably platinum cake.
Frosted. Frosted.
Trying to roll one up here, so I'm like multitasking.
Cheating at what? What are you
Actually-
smoking at?
I'm trying the Spigot OG. It's one called Spigot OG. It's a G cross to the cherry pie. Which is pretty cool because I got the Royal Kush to the cherry pie, which is actually the same pollen as the Spigot or whatever.
Do you know if you happen to have sent that one to me or not? I haven't really taken a good look at all of them, but do you happen to know
The Bicket?
the Royal?
I didn't send the Royal out to anybody. It's
Okay.
Anybody that wants it though is more than welcome to it. I'll try to pass them along. That was a request that Nick had, was he wanted a bunch of them around, at least in Michigan, just to try to. I don't know. It's his medicine, and then he's like lost the cut and had to have Jodry send it to him like 3 times now. So that's why he's like handing cuts out to a few people just so they were around in Michigan, you know.
That's cool as fuck, dude. Fucking the only reason I was saying that is because I'm pretty sure that a lot of folks run that up in like Washington and in colder areas. So
Yeah, isn't that the thing? It's supposed to be like mold resistant and shit.
yep.
Selecting for that.
Yeah, a lot of the Kushes, but especially that one, I guess. And yeah, and then my boy was telling me you were gonna send him something for his climate that you thought would be suitable for him. I was like, hell yeah. What was that?
Actually, I have no idea how it would do out in the desert. He was just talking
Okay.
outside ones, and I had a couple that I had. They got pollinated outside. They were in the ground the whole time. The seeds finished outside, all that. So I
Fuck
just
yeah.
figured anybody running them outdoor, that would probably be the way to go. You know.
Hell yeah. That's dope. Super kind of you, bro. Hell yeah. That was what you're like, to be honest, like that, a lot of the strains that you're crossing, like that's probably some of this. I was going to pop some seeds like tomorrow or the next day. And that's what I'll be looking at between that and then what Raptor had given me for the, was it Scarlet Begonias, the Red-Headed Stranger cross from Irie that's discontinued now. So he did a little F2 of that or whatever to preserve the line. So I'm going to, he gave me like 20 of those. So I'm going to run that also. So
Dope, man. Oh, yeah. I know I still got some F2s I want to fucking go through too, because like that's kind of what it started. The whole thing was I bought some fucking expensive packs of seeds, and then I'm just like, well, fuck, man, I don't want to, like, I don't know, just do something with it. But
Yeah.
Really what I was after was like on that honeymoon, those were seeds I got from Gage Green Group, and they were like a limited release, so they fucking had a pretty hefty price tag on them and shit. And I think it was like $500, man, like fucking, but it was a 2021 pack too. So, but that was high school sweetheart to wedding cake. And my whole idea was do a F2 generation. So I took all the boys, hit them to all the girls, and then I selected the keeper. And then the thought is that I could hopefully try to find, some phenos that are either leaning super towards the wedding cake, which is going to be fire as fuck anyway, or leaning towards that high school sweetheart, which is kind of the one I want to check out.
and what's supposed to be the terps on that one?
I don't know, honestly. They're like candy terps is kind of what I've heard, and I've heard like the orange kind of stuff, but any of the ones, I don't know, the ones I've gotten are kind of bringing like a floral thing to it, and that's kind of what I was getting out of the high Mac, and even some of the Mac Mosa phenos that, like the one I've selected really is like mimosa leaning, I guess you would say, but the other phenos were really like floral. So like that was kind of my impression of it, was it would be.
And didn't I hear you say, Eagle, that those were like super stony to you, the floral ones, or anybody?
I think they are.
Cool.
For me, I kind of find the florals are the opposite way. They're more clear blinding,
Oh, okay.
more focused.
Okay.
Trying to be more focused with the florals.
That's the way this is.
Yeah, I haven't had too many florals.
Oh, yeah. That's
I got
crazy.
that with the lilac diesel. Not so much this last batch I did, which I think Cat, you might have had some of that.
Yeah, was it the lilac Kush or lilac diesel you said?
Lilac diesel.
Okay.
And I'm not sure. I don't think it was this last batch. The run before that, it was straight all floral, and it did just like what Eagle was saying. So I can totally relate to that.
Clear headed, yeah. Cool. Yeah, I remember that shit. That was pretty, and it was tasty too. I liked the flavor on that. It was probably like second or third in terms of the flavor, because I like that 10th Planet. That was probably my favorite out of the selection you gave to us.
Everybody loved that 10th Planet.
It's
Out
fucking
of all the
nice.
gifts, I guess what everyone was gearing towards. That one, the Mandarin cookies. I don't think I have any of the 10th Planet left, but I wasn't expecting that. That was all going out towards gifts and all. But
I got a cross that this guy out here made. He's a breeder out here. His name's Rizo Rich. It's 10th Planet cross with peach pie. And now he had some bud too when he handed me the pack. And I tried. Says there's 3 main phenos, and he had 2 of the 3 in buds. Gave me some. Oh my god, dude! Talk about, you get like this crazy peach flavor, and on the exhale, it's like grape gas. It's really crazy, man. Some really good stuff. And if I could taste it, believe me, anybody that's got a palate couldn't probably be freaking out. It's pretty good stuff.
yeah, I think that 10th Planet, I will have to say, out of that entire pack, because I popped an entire pack throughout the course of like about a year or so, just a couple at a time, because they're feminized. In fact, I have 1 seed left. Every one of them was a friggin' strong champion. Like, I mean, the only complaint was like, the buds could have been bigger, instead of like those hard golf balls. But other than that, wasn't that fucking bad. It was turkey. I will admit that.
Yeah, that's what I noticed about it. It's real
That's
turkey.
the ethos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the. I'm not sure if whether others been released, but this was the 10th Planet R1
Okay.
to be exact. The one that I'm referring to that I was growing. That's the only one. I've recently, over the last year or so, I've found out that that's very important to make sure that, if you're growing, like this 10th Planet R1, or if it was like, say, the Mandarin cookies I had was a version 1 or a R1 V2, I think it is. I haven't written down, but like, so I'm glad that I actually kept track of all of those, because it is important. I've learned that over the last couple of years, because I didn't really, I knew it, but I didn't like know it to be like that important. If that makes sense.
I was just gonna say, I think with like ethos, it seems like a lot of those cuts, if anything, or the seeds or whatever, there's so many of them out there. If there was any of them you wanted, you could almost hit up a buddy for them and find them. Like, I don't know if all of them go through that deal that I don't know, like you basically paid to be a tester or whatever. But like,
one of my buddies, I guess was one of the very earlier. I guess he knows Colin, and I mean, I didn't even know this, but like when I got the ethos, I'm trying to look. I still have a couple packs left. I didn't even really pay for them. Really, they were at Champs one year. I just walked down, slapped down 2 fucking ounces of mushrooms, and my friend had $100 for some seeds. I just walked away with like a stack of this. My buddy and I would just like this, just stack of fucking seeds, and went back and we split them up, and like that was that. So I mean, I don't even know how much those packs actually went for. I was just like, here, that's for you guys, and they just looked at me like, this dude's fucking for real, and I was.
Yeah.
I saw a seed company. I didn't even know who they were until I walked back. My friend's like, holy shit.
yeah.
Like, how did you do this? And I'm like, what? And then he started telling me about how, Ethos has some good strains and fire. And I'm like, oh shit. So I did good then. So I didn't know. I really didn't.
Yeah, no, and I wasn't jabbing at him at all. I think Ethos is a fine breeder or whatever. I've never really ran his stuff. I've seen a lot of fire that's come out of his seed line. I wasn't jabbing at him at all. I was just saying.
Oh, I didn't take it that way.
Yeah.
It seems like so many people signed up for that deal, and then there's like a bunch of them seeds out now because they send them out to everybody every month. Like if you're on that deal, you just keep getting it, don't you?
Is that the one that does the big fucking seed box thing, where you spend like $1,000 and you get like a pack every month or something, like a
Well, there
I don't know.
was different tiers.
Yeah,
that
that's
you got at.
yeah. Okay,
I don't know
Yeah,
all the details on it. Like I knew there was one, and then like
that's badass.
Well,
I think that's the cool, cool
when I
thing to
saw
do.
that, I'm like, well, I have all of these, so I don't need to grow or get this because I already had all of these, you know.
Yeah.
And I guess to see that they released or whatever, like I have some of the Peach Crescendo F1s or F2s. I guess they were only like he didn't even release that many of them. I still have all of those, and there's some other, there's another one too. There's Peach Crescendo. Oh, I can't remember right now. A California black or a black rosé. I can't remember. I have them over here. There's still a few packs that I still have. If anybody's like in search of, I don't think I'm gonna green fingers.
See, I'm kind of with what you're saying a
Seed
little
junkie.
bit. Smiley, there's like kind of growing the same thing, man. You know, it's one thing to find in, you know, a cultivar when somebody has, you know, you smoke it with somebody. Yeah, I really enjoy that. You know, it works well for me. I want to grow that. But to have like the hype, follow the hype, and everybody growing the same thing, that's kind of really disheartening for me, man. I'd rather see like everybody else, us as a community, build more of a library. You know what I mean? Just like I've said before, man, Smiley, bring that platinum cake or whatever it is that you want to hold on to. And then when we get to that point, when, like you're saying, we've got a bouquet. Oh, I want that pine. Well, I got to hit up that guy. I want this. Oh, I can hit up him. You know what I mean? At that point, we're really making progress versus trying to have everybody be running the same cut, same shit. You know, I'm right there with you. We should be building more of a library than trying to chase certain cuts or over flooding each other's gardens with cuts.
True shit.
Smiley. Smiley.
What up?
Now, did you say that you haven't ran ethos before?
I have not. No, I got a lot of friends locally that run those and exotic genetics. So I've just kind of shied away from them just because I mean, like
Yeah.
exotic genetics, for example, I have like 4 buddies that were just all up on Mike's nuts, man. Like every fucking drop he had, they were buying it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like
Same
they just-
here. Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that a lot of people locally that do the same shit, and for like multiple different breeders, and so a lot of the hype, I kind of, because I've already grown a lot of the cookies, like a bunch of the different varieties and shit, and I mean, some of them are really fucking good, but like, I don't know. To me, it's just like what Eagle said. Like if it's too, you know, if it's too popular, it's just like pop music. It's like I don't want to hear any of it. Like it's already ubiquitous. You know what I mean? It's already all around.
Right. Well, no, I was asking Smiley because I mean I have some here. I could send you some. I can send Greenfinger some if somebody wants it because they're going to sit here.
Oh, shit.
And if somebody would rather that hasn't grown them before, I have OGO, Purple Fantasy, Crescendo F1, and Forbidden Skittles BX2, and they're all regulars.
If you want seeds of those, I can make seeds for you.
I can
Like,
vouch
if you
for
want
the OGO.
I was gonna
Out
say
of everything I've grown out of the fucking ethos lineup, that was my favorite. But that the only thing that made me question the ethos shit was the vigor in it. Everything that I grew of ethos wanted to hit the 10. There was the internodal bud structure wasn't that great. Everything wanted to be, you know, far apart. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't really tame it. The closest thing I ever came to taming it and getting a full good round out of it was 2 things: taking it from 24 right to flower, knock some time off it, throwing it in an LED environment, knock some time off it, and scrogging that bitch because you couldn't run her fucking straight up. Seriously, that didn't say in the med brain you could throw it in your tent, 6 inches, that thing would be 7 foot tall, and you'd be bending that fucker over for a fucking big old fluffy bud that wasn't even getting any light above. Actually, I grew
Got a
fucking
10X
insane in
stretch.
head grade right there. It grew up and over that hood. It was back in the Michigan Bros Grow Show. You can remember when I was doing that. You could see it. It was fucking. I take it out of there and kind of shake it, and there was like a little football above the HPS there. And I was like, oh, I hate this plant. But it's
That's
just
the way
something that made me question it. Go
Sorry.
ahead, Ty. I didn't mean to cut you off. No, I
No,
cut you off, bro.
No, I think it was my connection because there was like a pause for a second or two, and then that's why I started, and then I heard you, so I stopped. Oh, I was just gonna say that's it. I had that exact experience with the purple sunset R2BX, I think it was. That thing just, oh my god, like it just, I mean, it was friggin' tasty, but like it just stretched and like they were golf ball, and it was great to have in the garden, but not for my garden because I just couldn't maintain that.
That I've been running into for the past fucking couple of years, it seems like, with all the pheno hunting I've done. I just keep fucking hunting because nothing's exactly what I want. I need something real hard hitting for pain, and then I want something that also grows well, and you know what I mean? There just needs to check something. It needs to be terpy as fuck. So
no, I totally agree with that. Like I don't know, I was thinking about that the other day. Like sometimes it's like, and it's not knocking anybody. I think I was the same way, but like as a new grower, like everything you pop is fucking amazing, right? Because you've never grown. So it's all fucking amazing, you know, but after a while, it's kind of like you get to where you pop some shit and you like, I don't know, in veg, you're just like, fuck this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to fucking flower some out. Like, I already know what kind of piece of shit you are. Like, and it just, I don't know, maybe it's just me getting cynical there, but it's like, you just kind of see it after a while. I don't know.
I'm the same way. I'm the same exact way.
If you go back and look at my Loyalty Cannabis Instagram, which I still have both because I don't know, Instagram's being nice right now. So like, I don't know what's up, like, but no, thank you, Instagram. You'll see like about a year or so, like what was in my garden, and look like what's in my garden now, and like you'll totally see like, oh shit, like I don't think there's anything besides the space dust. Everything else is all like people that we know and heard of. Like, and that makes me happy. And I see a noticeable difference myself, and I'm actually a lot eager and happier, and it means a lot more. Now I just need to find the ones that want to work for me, and then we're golden.
Yeah, that's where I started. Like the other thing about like making some crosses too is after a minute you just realize a lot of these guys are just doing the same shit. You know, like it's just what they crossed, right? Like they got, you know, the runts of the time or whatever, and I don't know. It's just kind of funny.
Hybrid to another set of hybrids.
Yeah, like early on, you look through seed breeders and seed catalogs, and like I don't know, you buy a bunch and you look at a bunch and you grow a bunch out, and then it's like after a while you just kind of like see patterns to shit, you know? I don't know, it's weird.
Yep.
But like you guys are saying, the florals aren't really out there. That's why I was kind of like surprised by some of the. It wasn't a plan. It was just the male that high mac male just fucking threw floral on everything. Everything smells like roses or whatever. It's like it's not roses. It's more like grandma perfume kind of shit. But it was kind of cool.
It's good extract too. That's one of the other beauties about the extract, man. It's so good in dabbable form. That's why I really like appreciation.
Yeah, all those like kind of perfumey or like cologne kind of smelling ones really fucking seem to hit me pretty stony. So I like them. I don't know.
I think I have a tiny bit left of that lilac diesel. and it's a little might be almost on the drier end, maybe towards the 50% humidity range, but.
See, and saying floral probably isn't fair because there's so many fucking flowers out there. It's
Yeah.
probably insane the amount of flower smells there are, but it's just
Well, yeah,
a perfumey kind of smell to me, I guess.
Yeah, I've seen them and stuff. I just don't like usually generally gravitate toward just in terms of what I want. Cause like I've been on the search. I want something fucking lime. So it doesn't matter. I'll try any fucking lime, whether it's key lime or fucking black lime reserve or whatever. So that's on my list. And then of course fucking anything gassy, you know, and then cheesy. So those are the three I want to like generally accumulate some way, shape, or form, whether it's, you know, the OG 18 or 91 or any of the ones that were named earlier, the fire, the SFB, but anything. So I just like flavors and then of course the hive is also needs to be there, but
No, just I can't tell you how happy I was actually tonight during Doc's episode earlier to come across somebody that is equated pine with a little bit of berry there.
hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, I like dual flavors too. Like when something has, you know, is gassy and fruity or whatever, you know what I mean? Like you're saying, like, or whatever. And two flavors together is fucking awesome.
See, but I don't think it can just be flavorful. Like you guys were saying, it's got to be potent. Like there's got to be some punch to it, you know. And I know there's a few different ways to describe that, but if it don't give you some kind of like, wow, man, that's some shit. Like, I don't know. It's kind of like Macmosa, for example, is one. To be honest, I almost dropped that. I had it set off to the side in a clone. And the last batch that ran through flower got so many people asking for it that I brought it back in, but it was like, fuck, man, I didn't like smoking the shit. One, it was orange citrus kind of, which ain't my favorite anyway.
Right.
Which flavor isn't too bad on this one. It's pretty tasty actually because it's.
Right.
But the fucking there was like nothing to it. Like for me, it's like. I don't know.
Yeah, that's how orange
one,
is.
you know?
Yeah, orange is a lot like that. I've heard Eagle say that a bunch as well. Fucking the orange, and that's why a lot of people, from what I've noticed, and I'm not talking shit, but like they love the flavor of the Jilly. I do too. I love it, but at least some of the phenos don't seem to, you know, didn't seem to carry a strong high with it. And I don't know if that's just because of the orange terps or what, but it's a fucking wonderful strain. Fucking big flowers, all that, you know. Turkey is fucking great, but I didn't enjoy the high that much. It was just too light for me.
So not to change the subject. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Smile.
No, go ahead, man.
I just wanted to say something to Greenfingers there real quick. That's why I didn't want to change the subject. I just wanted to tell him I seen him holding up that tag, and what a fucking horrible name for a strain there, Greenfingers.
Which one?
Ex-wife? Ex-wife? Who in the fuck's wanting to pick that up and grow that? Somebody cynical fucking.
Let's see who the cultivator is.
Motherfucker and shit. Just grow it. Just that somebody, whoever's growing that ex-wife's a fucking super cropper. They're just snapping it.
Or maybe they're in love with their ex-wife, bro. They just like miss her.
Maybe.
Surf.
Maybe. I'm just saying.
I can't even see it. SURFR. What the fuck? Who is that? I can't even fucking. SURFR. Whoever the breeder, that's the breeder. Right there.
They just made it up.
Who the hell is Surf?
It's just another pollen chucker.
Surf. I guess that's what it says.
Yeah, sure.
I just wanted to say that. That's all.
Yeah, that was what I was like, man, ex-wife isn't doing too good over here. But she's still a little yellow and a little spider mite. She's the only one that
Probably
doesn't
ain't.
want.
Don't
You got
worry,
spider
she ain't gonna put out.
Look, she still got spider mites. I got to get rid of. Fucking dumb bitch. Got spider mites and everything.
It was too dry.
You gonna take all your money and she ain't gonna put out fucking green fingers. Put
All the
that
rest are
shit
happy.
out.
All the rest are happy, and that's the only one that's not.
Shout out to all the ex-wives out there.
She wants to be outside by herself. There's some out that I'm gonna take outside.
Even if she yields, she gonna take half.
Yeah, those are all seed plants. Like I don't care what the fuck they look like, as long as they fucking make me seeds.
Do you hear her in the back of your head the whole time? Like, don't do it like that. Don't do it. You shouldn't do this.
But they're usually right, so that's why I'm like, I'm good with the ex-wife. That's why I always call every like future chick I see, or future chick, every chick I see. I'm like, you're my future ex-wife.
Nah, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. The future
Yeah.
ex-wife.
And they always think that I'm fucking like saying like you're my future wife, and I'm like, no, future ex-wife, and they're like, you fucker, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, no, they don't like that.
Bro.
It's
They're
kind
like,
of
that's romantic, and I'm like, no, it isn't. Did you hear what I said? They're like, wait, hold on, what'd you say? Because in their head, they're just hearing what they want to hear. You know, that's how you know they're the future ex-wife. It's like, man.
it's kind of funny. I was just
Or
having-
you're like me and your ex-wife, and you find out halfway through your friggin' marriage that her cousin was Jeffrey Dahmer, and you're like, oh fuck.
That's a keeper right there. Shit.
I was gonna say my last conversation or text messaging back and forth over some stuff with my ex. She told me she said I was worthless or whatever. Like, obviously that's your fucking opinion of me. Like, I think that's some new thing you gotta remind me. I just laughed. It was like I just busted out laughing. Like, really?
That's
fucking
that's great.
awesome. Like, I didn't know you thought that of me already.
It should be fucking ex-wife parentheses fucking ego killer. That should be the second part of that fucking string.
I was gonna ask Smiley about his sweetheart or whatever, so we could throw the sweetheart and the ex-wife together and fucking get a threesome going.
Oh,
No.
Ex-wife.
they'll kill that male.
Right.
He's a fucking goner. Oh, that's awesome shit, though.
Hey, has anybody talked to Johnny Hennessy?
No.
Not recently.
He's-
I mean, the other day or whatever.
Yeah, he said that he had doctor's appointments all week, so he's probably just sleeping in for that. You know what I mean? Like getting
Could I
good
still-
rest for that.
I need to let him know that the hash that we made is still here.
You're up right on. Yeah, just hit him up.
Squirrel murder popped in my head.
Eagle, is he flying the pollen yet over there or what?
He's getting close. Them sacks are definitely puffing up.
Badass, man.
The worry time is definitely coming, man. I tell you, I was wondering about that pollen, how well I was going to contain it. And things might got a little bit of an extension, but I'm going to have to plug that thing. But I was trimming a plant today that was over in the LED side of things. That had actually, the male that had kind of flowered, that one was over here.
Oh shit.
And that tent right behind me
The red-
got pretty well seeded, but now I'm finding signs of seeded plant way back over there from a small male. And now I've got this fucking male back here that's probably fucking 3 feet tall, getting ready to shake down. And I'm thinking, I thought I was gonna be able to contain it a little bit, but I don't. I think it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. but he's close, man. Yeah, you see if I'll pull it off.
Pretty soon we're gonna see Eagle with a little respirator mask on because you won't be able to breathe or talk. There's gonna be so much fucking pollen floating in the air.
I tell you, man, it is Todd. If you never like thrown pollen, it's
You can see the balls as I start to
I
get
wasn't
close. Look at
expecting
them.
it.
Oh my
I did
god.
it once.
Get off the sack.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh yeah.
He's a scrawny little guy, huh?
Yeah.
I'm just fucking.
I didn't. I seen what the fucking 16-inch male that threw some sacks did. Yeah. So yeah, he may be scrawny, but
He's like one of them scrawny porn guys with the giant yoo-hoo.
Yeah,
You know, it's like the same size as his leg.
yeah, it's his third leg. It props him up. That's what keeps him like able to stay. Like makes it
Yoo-hoo.
bounces off of it. It's like a kangaroo with their tail, but reverse.
Kickstand.
yeah.
This is a little male right here. I gotta pull this bitch out. I mean, this boy. Fucking, I'm like, come on, just be a girl. I keep pulling his nuts off. Like, just turn back. Just turn back.
I found seeds in the milkman. Already.
Oh shit.
Little fucking coconuts, yeah. Not too many, I would say, out of maybe a dozen that were from that Columbia male. That was one of the ones that were off, tucked around the corner, a good distance from that male. So yeah. Unfortunately, man, I've got a few fucking Colombian crosses that weren't meant to be, but
Happy mistakes.
I definitely pushed those milkmen that like Dirty Dozen there aside. I'm thinking I might pop those someday. I don't know. It'd be pretty. I don't know.
I don't see why not, man. I mean, the pollen, like, it's a little different than
Right.
fucking bananas thrown out, late or whatever.
And you get to know more about the male.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Get to see what it passes down. That's what's really important. You know what I mean? Like, that's that shit.
That's
So,
exactly why I'm running them to like different cuts that I know, you know what I mean? So I can kind of see because I know what Ghost OG tastes like and whatever, you know what I mean? I know what this other one tastes like. So
yeah, and how it grows, all that. Yeah.
We should see a bit of that from the back and forth. And I don't necessarily tend to keep the mail around for future projects. Not that, you know what I mean? If I keep the mail around, it will be only just because of sustaining of the DOA project. You know what I mean? It won't be with like, I'm taking notes on him for future crosses and shit like that. I think we should note a bit of the subtleties from the way we're kind of crossing the Jack Skellington to the Colombian and the Colombian to the Jack Skellington. We should see a little bit there of what's being offered, from the males back and forth, I would say. I think.
that's gonna be really interesting, man. I don't know. The more I'm glad we did it that way. It's gonna be cool. I mean, I know it's more seeds to run out, but like you say, it'll be kind of cool to see. I've never had a cross. You know what I mean? Reverse cross like
Back
that.
and forth like that.
Yeah, back and forth or however.
Crisscrossing the parents.
Yeah. Be kind of dope. But I suppose though they could be wildly different, really. I mean, because you're selecting something in a male that we really don't know. Like I selected this male, I really don't know what it's gonna pass. Like I'm trying to give my best guess at it, right? Like, but like, yeah, it could be vastly different. Just even though it's kind of similar, it'd be like cousins, right? Like,
Yeah, it would be like that. Well, what are you looking for in a male though? I mean, how do you just see something that you like about it? Is that it? Like a gut feeling type thing? Or are you looking for certain, maybe in structure, right?
I went by smell.
By smell.
For me,
Now, what
if I
about
were
like
looking,
growth? Like spurts? Like, do you want the bigger one, the faster one, or do you want the smaller, the slower growing one?
if it
Or is
were
that
me, I
just
would want the slower last to show.
Yeah.
I'd want the squattier one myself, last to show. Most terpiest, obviously, if
Mhm.
there's a choice, but necessarily you're not going to get all in one. You know what I mean? But yeah,
And the flower.
I still stand behind last male to show will be your most narcotic out of it.
Yep. Well, that's because it's in marijuana botany from Robert Connell Clark. Like that's where Sub got it from, and that's why he passed it to us. Like in his breeding notes that I forgot what episode it was, but it's been quoted on the show before. But he said like last to show. Also, you know what I mean, like the clusters of the flowers, how close they are together and how they bunch. Fucking like you said, the terps. There's like a couple other, there's like one or two other things that I'm forgetting, but that's exactly what Eagle said. Fucking all that.
See, I didn't have the luxury of running the male out, so I really don't know how he's gonna cluster or any of that stuff. So like I just had to go by like how they did in veg, how they cloned, you know what I mean,
Yep.
and the smell I was getting off. And it just happened to be too, there was another that happened because there was two males that I was trying to decide between, and when I set them off in the corner, it's kind of a shit spot to be. Like they're on the cement, they're in the fucking side light, they don't get a direct light, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like a spot I just keep them. They get some light so they don't fucking die or do nothing crazy, but they're not happy there ever. And that's, I don't know, when I set them over there, the one boy threw nuts, you know, and the other one didn't. So the one I kept didn't. So as far as like trying to flip them to flower, I really don't know like who's going to be the last to show and some of that, because
Right.
you know, I don't know. I don't have the luxury. I mean, that'd be sweet to be able to select a male, like, and run them out and see what they do and what they look like and shit. But
because I guess the whole thought behind it was like that the early ones were like the more hemp. They're going to be the more hemp derived leaning of the cultivar, and then the latter will be the more the drug. What's going to be carrying the drug trait.
see, and I like what Mr. Soul was kind of talking about, where he was like describing masculine and feminine in almost like a spectrum, and like saying like that you would have like, you know, like more masculine males and more feminine type males, you know what I mean? And in his mind, it was the more feminine males would bring, you know, less of a chance to try to throw a male trait, you know, is kind of what he was talking about. So some of that thought kind of is interesting, because there's some guys that think opposite of that, you know what I mean? Totally opposite.
That very much goes with like traditional Chinese medicine, which is what they taught at Heartwood and shit, the massage school I went to, and like in terms of yin and yang and like all the masculine and the feminine and all that different stuff, and how also different qualities of different shit. Like, so food can have a quality of being warming or cooling. And that's what I was talking about with the wild blue-green algae, that it literally used to cool. You know, hippies used to use it like acid. And so they took it so much that it started cooling down their kidneys. And that's just one quality that particular plant has. But like everything has a quality, you know, chicken is warming supposedly. And, you know, bananas have like a dampening quality. So, you know, I mean, if you have cancer, maybe you don't want to eat something that cancer is like a water disease, you know, in traditional Chinese medicine. So if you're taking something that's dampening into a water disease, it's not going to encourage healing, you know. But anyway, it's like, it's real philosophical, and eating according to the seasons and all that kind of shit. Like it's very universal. A lot of it's easy to understand.
I didn't mean to cut you off, brother.
You're
You guys
good.
would have laughed at me last night as I took out my contacts after eating those Carolina Reaper nuts. I forgot to wash my hands. Oh God! I say here, fucking. And like a dumb fucker, I shit you not. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not afraid to laugh at myself. Like a dumb fucker, I take out the right hand or the right side, and I go, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. I knew what I did because it instantly started burning. So what do? I put it in the contact container, and I think for some reason that my left hand, I'm like, I don't usually eat with my left hand, you know what I mean? There's no pepper on my left hand. So I go to fucking take out the left side fucking real quick with my left hand, and I fucking shit you not. I pull it out, I look at my fucking pull it out, and I look at my finger, and it is like all orange, just like almost like I just showed you. It's why it just kind of like dropped shut. I'm like, oh, I can hardly see to get that left one in there. Shit.
Oh shit. Wash your hands. You don't wash your hands? Oh my gosh.
He will now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was kind of like I sat right here, kind of signed off, and I fucking my contact thing was right here, and I was like, "Fuck!" I just pulled them out right here. Didn't even think about it. Yeah, hopefully tonight I was smart enough to walk over and fucking wash my hands before I pull them out, because I'm sure that
I thought you were gonna say like you were holding a bud or something, like you were trimming something earlier with your other hand. You were holding it with your left hand, so you had all the fucking THC and shit on your hand. And fucking, I've done that. It's like holy
I've
fuck.
done that.
Oh,
That's horrible.
I
man.
almost think that's worse, man. To rub fucking
Yeah.
trim fingers in your eyes. That's bad.
Yeah.
Why don't you mix it with some of that other stuff and really get you going?
Yeah, I've had shatter straight fucking flake off real bad, just fucking shatter in your eye.
Oh, like the
Oh.
shatter, fucking BHO
Fucking
shatter.
BHO, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
I've had that
hurts,
happen
dude.
a whole
And that
lot.
shit took a long time to go away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hours.
I used to make that shit. I mean, allegedly, and then fucking fucking would go through so many of these container like little things, and like one day I fucking dropped one in front of me and it shattered, and it fucking went right in my eyes and everywhere on the ground and all over me and everywhere. It just turned to dust. Like fucking, it was crazy.
Well, you gotta like fold that in right away when you're freaking about to purge it. You have to fold, or you know what I mean? You fucking fold that shit in so that it can, because otherwise that's what'll all the stuff that's splattered up on the sides when you run it, the little bit that dries back from the majority, that stuff will be super flaky.
Yeah, like
so
the
you gotta
sugar
fold it
crystals.
in.
Like when you make fucking liquid sugar instead of on the stove to make like fucking candied something, like to candy anything, and like that same, like if you do that with candy or with sugar, you'll fucking break it off, and you have to watch out. You can't inhale that shit because it'll fuck you up, inhaling sugar like that. So it's the same shit though, like inhaling all that fucking THC. It's not fucking fun. It fucking sucked.
Come to think of it, Eagle, you should write yourself a note on a sticky pad and put it right underneath your monitor. It says, wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
I think I'll remember. That was most definitely a lesson learned. Cheers, my poker.
Cheers, everybody in the weed nerd world.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's 1:11 here.
Cheers.
What?
I got a new phone I'm trying out, man. See how it works with the Zoom calls and stuff. You guys hear me all right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What was that?
What? Who's
Who?
there?
Who is that?
Hello?
Frank's not here.
He's not here, man.
My lights go off. I wanted to come on and show Kyle's Amy Aces off there a little bit.
Yeah.
License should be back there on the bumper.
This is the sign, Tao.
Is
It's another one.
that the same one you defoliated the other day?
Yes, it is.
She bounced back
defoliated
like
again.
she didn't skip a beat. Just saying.
Oh yeah, she didn't. It's full. This light's a Fluent Spider. It runs so close. You can't overlight really. No matter where I put my power meter, no matter how close it goes, I only ever get to like 980 something. So I never really go over 1,000 with this light, good or bad. It does fill out the whole tent with 330 watts. It does a fabulous job.
Yeah, it seems like
Very
a lot
nice.
for one plant. What the fuck, man?
Right, why don't you have 6 of those there? No.
The other one's turned to male, so I figured I'd try to get this one to fill the whole damn thing by herself.
I see.
Oh yeah, you can get that to do that too, though. It will do it if you want to.
She looks
spend
so
some time on
lonely,
that.
just chilling there,
It
dude.
is.
It's just so lonely.
Hey man, she
Oh.
went from getting wet in 40 days.
Mm.
It was 40 days old from seed, and then we flipped her the other day.
Oh, she's in flower now?
Yep, as of yesterday. But if she
Oh.
stretches 3 times, Tal says she's stretched 2 to 3 times easy. He was worried. He kept telling me she's going to stretch. She's going to stretch. So this is what I did. I put my net up.
Pretty good.
I'm going to wrangle her down, try to spread her open.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
I heard Amy.
And then I got some seeds here that I popped on the show the other day. You guys remember that? See if I can weasel over here.
Yeah, what were those?
Yeah, what were those?
Oh, these are Matanuska Thunder.
Alaskan
fucking
Thunder
Rocket-
Fall.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Fuck
right.
yeah. Yeah. How did we forget that shit? Oh, Thunderfuck, right? Original Alaskan Thunderfuck.
Nice.
So cute.
Yeah, the clone-
I didn't catch that
Oh,
part.
whatever,
So.
sitting there.
The Matt Newskin.
Yep.
Seek.
And then over here's them clones. They're not doing too good. They don't look too healthy, man, which I know that's kind of normal, but they're all shitty. The one does have a little bumps all over the stem. It's ready to go.
Bring it in.
Yeah,
Let's see this new camera work. Bring it in. Zoom it in.
They're always ugly before the roots. I think, they always go a little light green right before they throw those roots.
Yeah.
That's actually how you can tell they're through roots, in my opinion, or my experience. They start yellowing like that, it's almost guaranteed they threw them.
That's funny you say that because there's two in the water there. Obviously, I can't see the other ones at the bottom where the roots come out, but these two here, the one has really substantial nodes, and then the ones my wife took, much to her chagrin, don't have any nodes, and I've really been letting her have it a little bit because it's how we get down here. You have to get your ribs in when you can. So I've been pulling it out. Yesterday I pulled it out. I was like, check them out. They're in the fast lane. Ugh, I'm getting old. I feel old. Got one more thing to show you, Eagle. I feel like my light's gonna go off, so I'm sorry if I'm bogarting you guys' conversation here.
Good.
Take your time.
This is a cannabis show, brother.
Yeah, take your time.
I made my hash, man.
He's
It
got
smells good.
ass.
Hell
It
yeah.
smells so good, man. It's starting to turn browner.
Hell yeah.
How do you
bro.
like it? So how do you, most
Nice.
people when they cure their hash would be more worried about busting that up into smaller
Yeah.
pieces, getting it to dry. How do you, what's your opinion so far versus patty drying in the dryer like that? That's the way I liked it better like that, to be honest with you. I think it saved a lot of turps. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
What do you
I'm
think?
not sure. Yeah, this has only been in here for 2 days. But one thing I noticed is that I tried to take it and I bought a micro planer, a kitchen micro planers, and I grabbed one of these chunks right here and started grinding it. It just melted. Like it all melted up into the planer, and it was stuck all over my fingers and shit. And like nothing was coming out the bottom. So I put it back in the deep freezer for as much as I could. And I yanked it back out and tried to hurry up and do it real quick. And I just felt like I was losing it. I'm like, you know what? Fuck that shit. I'm going to take it just like I always do. leave it just in a clump like this. I call it a spoon, and I leave it in my spoon. And then what I'll do is I'll wait. I usually cure it for a while, like maybe 6 months or so, if I can wait out. But like some of the shittier stuff I'll take and smoke earlier, and then try to save some of the nicer stuff and let it go. But
I leave it just like that. I break it off into worms.
I'll
Smoke it right now. It's smokable right now, bro. That shit looks
Fuck yeah, I'd be rolling that.
Every single joint has a worm.
It's full melt.
Yeah.
You got full melt right there. It's melting on
Hey,
your fucking shit. You're making
listen,
it melt water, dude.
Not
if you're
one
gonna
joint
do
will
the
escape the
microflaming
worm.
thing, man, you got to
I
have
want to
that.
smoke this so bad right now.
Wish I could reach in and just snap that off your hand. Like, shit. You have full melt in the one that's in the microplaner. That's full melt. That's why it's melting on your microplaner. It's just so much heat that it's creating. It's just melting away.
Did you freeze the microplaner?
Yeah, you got to freeze the microplaner.
Yeah.
And if you're in a cold area, like my best time with that was last winter. I did it outside. It was like 10 degrees out, man. Everything was great. Nothing was sticky. Nothing, you know, it was everything perfect. I could shave it all down to like almost like sand because it was so cold, you know. And I was able to dry it really good. So that was really good, you know, but I had to freeze my ass off to do it.
Did you just put yours on parchment, or did you put it on pizza boxes, or on both?
I had it on parchment paper, but I put it on the silk, those drying things.
Okay.
I spread it out on that. But like I said, it was so cold outside. I was in the garage doing it, you know, so everything was pretty much frozen. So there was no problem when I grinded it down. It just came out and it was just turned to like sand.
Yep.
Yeah, I give up on trying to grind.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Smart.
No, I give up on trying to grind it, man. I tried twice, and I did have that thing in the freezer. I keep my spoons in the freezer, and like we did our hash the other night. It was like 20 degrees. I was trying to run in and out of the back porch and shit, and keep everything from totally freezing, you know. But it just didn't work for me. So I figured, well, why am I even grinding this shit? It dries fine. I've had one time I had a piece get mold on it. It was in a jar. And that was it, man. Usually we do pretty good, but I want to make the best shit. But damn, you know, it's just
you're not box drying anymore. You know what I mean?
You're drying.
I'd be worried about mold like that if you were box drying or something like that. But you're in a fucking controlled environment right now. You know, but as far as that goes, you know, unless I'm gonna fucking, you know, something like this. If I want it all be sandy or, you know, like this, I'll dry sift it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go through the trouble of dry sifting. Yeah, I want something. Why take it to this point right here, and then I'm just gonna take it and try to put it into, make a worm out of it anyway, or just dump it into a joint. It's easier just to roll that worm, throw it right in the center versus something like this. If I try to do the same, which. Thank you very much, SmoTPoker. I'm smoking some of this shit because now I've got a hash craving going. Happy 420, everybody, by the way.
Cheers.
You know,
oh, shit. Happy 420.
When I try to roll this in my roller, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to lay a bed of cannabis in there. I'm going to sprinkle some of this in the middle where my worm would be. And then I'm going to top it off with some more cannabis. But some of this, if not a lot of it, is going to make it onto the belt. You know what I mean? To where that nice worm is going to stay right into the center. Beautiful smoking. Oh, man. I'm jealous of the patties right now. I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm jealous of the patties in the dry.
I called those people at Canatrol Eagle, and I asked the guy if he had ever dried any hash in there, because I know they come from a line of cheese makers, like cheese dryers and shit. Believe it or not, that's where that machine come from. So I called him and asked him if they had any experience drying hash, and he told me to go for it. But he said the only thing I would do is lower the dew point, because he said it seems with hash you really want to get the moisture out quick. You know, he goes, don't worry about it's not like buds. So I went ahead and moved the dew point back 4 degrees, and I didn't want to go too far, but I figured that might that might help it out. We'll see what happens. But you're right. I feel a lot safer having it in there than I do jammed in my basement on a cardboard box.
That's good. One other thing I'd like to say, well, I kind of got the mic a little bit, is I'm actually excited to see that air pot grow with a auto water or drip system hooked to it. I've always loved them pots, but I always felt that they needed a slow drip to them to be to get the most out of that pot, because watering them can be so tough, man. You got to find that sweet spot where they're always moist. Otherwise, they want to find their way out them holes. But and that's hard to find on a daily watering. You know what I mean? You're always losing some and then counting on it to suck it back up out of the tray. But I always felt like a fucking flood and drain or an auto drip, them fucking pots would fucking just rock. So I'm excited to see what you'll do with that Aces in there, with that auto water feed.
There's like a couple inch gap down here, so I can just drag off the water once a day, or if I want to test it, because she's going to be stretching here. I've noticed one thing over the years is growing in cocoa, they got every time I get into the stretch, I get an EC spike. And so I'm always weary of that and trying to, instead of be reactive, be proactive and kind of feather it in there. But it doesn't always work like that, as you guys know. Most things strain dependent, but it usually 9 times out of 10, that's when I'll get bit with EC spike. I've always.
What do you mean by EC spike?
It'll go, my runoff will come from like a 1,000 or 1,100 all the way up to like a 1,500 without changing any of my input EC values.
So it's like it's taking less nutrient. Is that what you're seeing?
Yes, I believe there's something's going on. It's not taking as much nutrients out, so I kind of have to back it up. So I back it off and kind of keep. That's when I test most of my runoff, because a lot of times I'll go for a couple of weeks. I won't test anything. I just let it roll. But until I see an anomaly, then I'll hurry up and get in there and start testing. But I notice with the stretch, it always seems to run up on me, and I can't really figure out. I guess it's just because it's maybe switching the nutrients that it's drawing from my fertigation solution. I used to think it was. I think it was growing faster, therefore processing more water, therefore leaving more salts behind because it's in the stretch. So I had a few hypotheses here, what's going on, but nonetheless, I keep an eye out for that spike, man. It happens.
I think it'd go the opposite way. I would think it's consuming more as it's growing. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it sets into a rapid rate of growth. I mean, the only way it does grow, like a bodybuilder, you know what I mean? Like if you're gonna put on muscle, them guys they eat tons of calories and proteins because they're, you know what I mean? That's the shit that builds the muscle. Like,
you're not the first person that's told me that they would think that it would be the exact opposite. I just had this conversation live with Dr. Coco the other day on one of our shows, and somebody else had said the same thing, that they thought it would drop way down because that's what their questions were about the anomaly, but it doesn't. I don't know what it is, but it's always an EC spike and stretch, and then it goes to right back to normal. You can pretty much feather it. I pretty much know exactly until I get to ripen phase, and then I'll lower it back again. But until then, I won't really have to change much at all. Set my fertigation frequency up and be ready to rock and roll.
So does your nutrient lineup call for a flush?
No, I wouldn't use a nutrient lineup that called for a flush regularly. Now, I use general hydroponics, and as far as I know, they don't. I run a really low EC. I'm watering 1,100 milliliter. I use about a gallon a day, so I do about it's a little over a gallon, I guess. What's a gallon? About 4,000 milliliters. So I'm running about 1,000 milliliters 4 times a day. 1,100 actually, I think I have it set at. So that's about a gallon a day, and about 20% of that goes to runoff, drain to waste per plant. Isn't bad. Not too much waste. People really hate that when they hear drain to waste. First thing they think of is, pollutants, phosphorus in the in the ground and shit. And the way I flush mine, I let the wastewater handle it. I pay for it versus dumping it in the environment. Any thoughts on that? It's fucking crickets in here, man.
I was listening.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us really have much to say. No.
A lot of people process it through their house plants, but I won't bring any soil plants and shit in here. Much to my wife's chagrin, we don't have any house plants, no soil, no nothing that can bring in.
Yeah, I don't have runoff.
I would think though, like running it through the soil or through a plant root system would be better than just, I don't know, going straight down the drain. But I don't know.
See,
Yeah.
I was told you put that shit outside and it runs off into the water stream, and then it turns into I guess phosphorus creates the algae blooms and all that shit. So they said it's actually better to let the wastewater plant handle it. Actually, I guess if you call them and tell them that it doesn't have to be even in a red state like this. I can call them, tell them, hey, I'm growing tomatoes in my house hydroponically. How should I process my runoff water? And if you tell them what you're doing, which I would never do that, but if you tell them what you're doing, they'll tell you how to process it, whether to dump it or what to do with it, or to take it to and to get rid of it responsibly. But I can't say as though I do that. I just flush the shit. It's not much, but still, it's something that I always think about when I'm doing it. Like, damn, I kind of feel like a dick. But then again, what am I to do? At least they remove it.
There's a lot you could do. I don't know.
Well, couldn't you use it more in a recirculating system to where you're just constantly adding to it, checking and add, the ppms and adding slightly to it every day?
I can't recirculate with the cocoa because of the ion exchange. It throws your pH, everything out of whack. Definitely wouldn't want to put runoff back onto your plant. So once it comes off, but there's not a whole lot in there. Someone once told me, and I don't know a lot about nutrients, they said there's more nitrogen in your urine than there is in our runoff. I guess it's the phosphorus shit that you got to worry about. It makes the algae blooms and it fucks up the environment. And I definitely don't want to add to that. So I flushed mine. They told me that you're paying for that service and they have the means and shit to remove it. But I often thought about, man, if they go legal here, all the people flushing newts, wouldn't that be a problem?
I think flushing is just as bad as they're just putting it on some outside plants, or on another plant.
I always thought dumping in my yard would be the best thing, but I heard it wasn't. I guess that gives they can't use it fast enough and it runs off into the waterways. Right? I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what I was told by somebody who I respected is smarter than me when it comes to chemistry and shit.
But on a big scale, maybe like on a large scale, like on a really yeah. But I don't think
I did my runoff back when I did my friggin' hydroponic days or whatever, like a long time ago. I give that to my ornamental potted plants or whatever in the backyard or whatever, instead of I dumped it down the drain a few times, and then I just started thinking about it, wait, it just didn't feel right. So I just started dumping it in ornamental fucking shit, plants that I have in the backyard that I'm not eating or whatever. And that's what I always did with it. I don't know how right or wrong or indifferent that is, but that's what I've always. Well, that's what I did.
Summertime, I wouldn't mind giving it to matter of fact, 2 years ago, this is kind of what got me into vegetable gardening. I grabbed some old 5-gallon containers, fabric pots. I went up to the Walmarts and got a couple bags of the potting soil, the peat potting soil mix for your hanging pots. I put some of those together with some old cocoa and I used all my runoff in there. And I'll be damned, them peppers and tomatoes, they did really well. And then I made a real garden. But anyhow, in the summertime, I can do that. Take it out there, kind of put it in there. And then in the meantime, I kind of get screwed up. But I don't know, that's just a topic. Sometimes I question other people. Like, what do you do? What would
you can't
have a
store
pepper plant inside that tent right there, man? You have some room. That'd be badass. Have a couple pepper plants in there.
There won't be no room in there soon. I can assure you that thing will be wadded up. There won't be much light
It's
coming
so
down.
alone. It's so lonely. It's just so lonely to me. It's just like, oh.
Or
I
could-
want
I guess I guess a little bit. If you're putting it down the toilet, it depends. Either way, I don't think I like the answer to that. to
I
be
know
honest
it's
with you.
the city
If you're living on a plot of land where you're living in, you have a well and a septic, eventually I think that shit's gonna find its way into your water system and into your aquifer, and that'd be a bad thing. Secondly, I think if you're putting it into just flushing it down the toilet in a city type system, most cities nowadays, like it or not, are reusing that waste and filtering out some type of water out of it, and they're doing something with it to get some water back out of the waste. I know you guys don't like it, but it's
We're drinking poop water.
sewage treatment. Yeah, sewage. California is big on it. But you know, at that point, you're adding another material to that water that they're going to chemically respond to your drinking water. So they're going to try to reverse do what you're doing or adding to the problem with another chemical. So you'll be drinking more fluoride or something, you know what I mean, in your city tap water because of the problem, I think.
Well,
And
I'm
again,
surrounded by
same thing with-
farms.
Yeah,
And my water is my ppms here out of the tap is 440 around, which 500's the cutoff point. That's when it's no good, right? So
600, I believe.
And then the answer, Smot's question, what do I do with my runoff? So especially like DWC, well, in the summertime, I was just pouring it on the flowers and shit, and they loved it. They went nuts. And then my backyard backs right up to a old grazing pasture, which he hasn't had cows in there in probably the last 5-6 years. And so I just dump my shit back there now, any runoff that I have. And man, summertime, that shit right there is like fucking just crazy. It's just outgrows everything else around it. So that's what I got going on.
It's the same here, man. Lots of farms. The Hershey, that Hershey chocolate factory uses 700,000 quarts of milk every day. So there's tons of dairy farms here in Pennsylvania. Lots of cheese and shit. So there's that's the same way here. There's a lot of silage to keep that many cows going. So there's tons of agricultural runoff, which gets into the Mississippi River, goes down into the Gulf of Mexico and creates a big, huge anaerobic spot in the water where the fish are dead and everything's nasty, and it's a real problem. But you got to feed the world, so I mean, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of deal. I don't think my little garden's really adding to that, but I'm just try to be conscientious, and when it comes up, I try to ask the question. But yeah, man, I appreciate your input there. I'm excited.
I appreciate you being conscientious about it, brother.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel I'm doing too much damage, but then again, I might be a little biased because I enjoy growing and smoking and all that, so I kind of just look the other way, But and I've been told by other people it's not as bad as I might be thinking in my head, but still, once you hear all that shit, just like heavy metals, you start thinking like, damn, man, what's going on here and how bad is it really or whatever. So it's just one of those things.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Attack.
That thing's
It's like a gang, man, isn't it? It's like a wild gang he's got over there. SoulCal said they're meaner than shit. He goes, man, I'm like, hey, he jumped in my live. It was just me and SoulCal hanging out. And I'm like, so how was it over there? How are the dogs and shit? He goes, them little fuckers are mean, man. He goes, they ganged up on me. They surrounded me and shit. And they're like fucking yapping it. He goes, man, I thought I was going to have to fucking take off.
Good guard dogs, man. They're supposed to be.
Yeah, man. They're fucking like, you ain't getting in over there, man. Like alarm.
That's funny shit. I'm stoned, man. This stuff's pretty good.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
I just said I'm really high. I'm like modern genetics. I'm fucking stoned. High or whatever it said. Somehow I think he had that tagged or something, like it was popping up every time he typed something.
Yeah. Cheers, chat. I've been. Yeah. What did I? Never mind.
Possibly squirreling in the chair.
Feels good though, man. Finished the transplant. The rotation's almost done. Just got to do some leaf stripping. Rock and roll.
I need to do a little watering myself. I'm ready for my second defoliation and the flowering back there. I'm thinking it may be able to sneak in one last round. I'll be fucking carrying plants out of this bitch. You mark my word.
It's a good time at the rotation. Actually, I got to start trimming then. But once the trimming's done, then I get a few days. Then start it all over again.
It's like rinse, lather, and repeat.
I'm in a holding pattern of making fucking RSO all the time. And then I'm gonna start seeds here real soon, so I'm excited about that.
What are you sourcing for your alcohol? Are you using just like a fucking store-bought grain whiskey?
Yeah,
Or you
Everclear.
got-
Yeah, Everclear and just a half gallon, and I got like so I got a gallon basically right now, and then I reclaim about 90% of it or so with the extract craft, and I just keep running it. It turns a little bit green, but it doesn't cause no problem. So
I still think, to be honest with you, the more and more that I think about the RSO and what I've kind of recently kind of stumbled on about the chlorophyll there, promoting healthy red blood cells and clean, healthy liver, amongst the other things. I think that was accidentally part of what Rick Simpson discovered as far as part of the healing prospect of it all.
Yeah.
I think nowadays when we talk about the recipe of making RSO, it's the quick wash, and we talk purposely about not wanting to make it green or getting all that chlorophyll out because of one reason or another. And I think honestly, when we talk about making RSO, we're talking about it being a healing substance anyway. So why wouldn't, if red blood cells are very key in a healthy liver, why wouldn't you want to promote that during a crisis time in your body? You know what I mean? And as far as that is the rest it promotes as well. You know, most times during cancer like that, whatnot, you need that extra rest. You need to be put down. The body has to heal. Why not have that present as well? I don't think it's when we talk about possibly making it more of a recreational or I want to get high off it RSO that we talk about wanting to pull that green or chlorophyll out of it when we make it.
Yeah, it's just for a lot of the times, for what I've noticed, it's just a visual thing. Like everybody's really concerned with how something looks, and it looks prettier, and so that's why they're so driven towards that. I don't give a shit about that, obviously. So, but yeah, fucking A, dude. I just I like making it, and I do a longer soak now. I used to do, because that's what they recommend on the website, you know, like they're like 3 to 10 minutes for a wash, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool, but I want to make sure I get everything out of there, and I don't want to wash it like multiple times and shit. So I don't mind it being a little bit you know, it's just a visual thing. I made them, and like you said, it's probably carries over some more medicinal shit.
Everybody's baked as fuck.
Hell yeah, I'm rolling up another one right now.
I was gonna crack the joke or somehow say like the blind guy talking about the visual things or whatever. I'm not sure how to word it or whatnot.
Hell yeah.
We all think we don't care about visuals, like they really don't.
Well, you guys were talking about the fucking spiders and shit. I'm like, yeah, the thing is just not to fucking look at them or just not know they're there. Or like me.
Yeah. Oh man, is that bliss to it, or is that kind of like add to the suspense to be like, fuck man, I don't know.
Oh, it makes you think like in bliss, because you don't really like you just unless you're fucking super worried about it, but I'm not a worrier. Like I hate to fucking worry, you know what I mean, and fucking fret over something. Fuck all that, you know. That's why I don't get too angry over shit and whatever. It just let shit roll off your back, you know what I mean. The more grace you have, the fucking, you know what I mean, it just makes shit easier. The more you let something bother you.
No, that's true, man. No,
Yeah.
I admire you guys, man. That's a tough hurdle. Like, I don't know.
You gotta surrender and put trust in people and, you know, the universe, you know what I mean? Everything. You can't just, because most of the shit we fucking end up worrying about never fucking comes true. So that's just my whole philosophy on shit. And like, I'm not trying to get a fucking, you know, and stress is like one of the biggest causes of like cancer and all sorts of shit, you know, just all sorts of disease, not just that.
Like Blinded by the Light saying he spent 2 years or something on his stomach, dude. I was just like, holy shit, man. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, just how much you'd be in your fucking head trying to go through something like that, you know what I mean? Like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, you gotta fucking find shit. You gotta find what you're passionate about, and like, or just find distractions. Like we fucking talked all the time on the phone during that time, like always on speak, you know what I mean? Just put it on speakerphone and fucking bullshit. You know, he'd be walking around with his head down, and just to make sure that the gas bubbles push on the back of his fucking retinas and shit to keep them attached. I was like, damn, bro, you're going through it, but you know, just fucking focus on other shit, tell some jokes, and you know what I mean? You don't focus on the negative shit, because you know, just fucking down a deep hole that way. Spiral.
It's inspirational though, man. The outlook on it. We take a lot for granted. I mean, that's what I kind of took away from that. Is like I take a lot for granted. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like you know, like Jesse was saying, you don't know if he's gonna wake up and not be able to see what he can see. You know what I mean? Like that's fucking wild. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's like I never have that thought. Like I'm not gonna be able to see. I take that for granted pretty easy. You know?
Yeah. My shit's progressively gotten worse since I was 5. It just, I started scanning for Cheerios at that age, and then it's just progressive, and then it's still getting worse. And that's why I had like the fucking Give a Wish Foundation and all that type of shit. Also because of my other disorder, because I mean, that's kind of catastrophic as well. Like you know, if I didn't take care of myself, I could die. Or, you know, even if I got a fucking crazy flu or whatever, you know what I mean? Anything, I could fucking, you know, easily, possibly, you know what I mean? I don't know. I find I don't even get sick that often, but, you know, supposedly the doctors are like, oh, but they also said I wouldn't make it past 17 or whatever, and I died twice when I was a baby. So like this, you know what I mean? Like it definitely makes you fucking think of shit way differently. And that's why I have the philosophy I do, is just because, and same thing with Jesse, you know what I mean? We've seen shit where, you know, tomorrow isn't promised and all that kind of shit. Fucking fuck that. Just live it up and gotta have a good fucking time, man. Can't focus on no bullshit.
Shout out to that.
Hell yeah. The struggle's real. Everybody's has their cross to bear, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a fucking, you know what I mean? I don't feel sorry for me, and I don't feel sorry for Jesse. Like that's what I would encourage people to understand, is like, we weren't pampered. We were never pampered. Like we were never told you're you know, like overly coddled. We were just fucking treated like normal people. And that's why we are the way we are, is because, you know, we have experienced those negative things, but we are also not treated special and different. Because I've seen certain folks that have similar disabilities to myself, and oh my God, you know what I mean? They're fucking super coddled. Like they're, you know, they never washed their fucking clothes or cooked a meal or nothing. And so like, and because their parents wouldn't let them, not because they can't necessarily. And that's the sad truth of it. Anyway, yeah, somebody tell a joke.
I was gonna say, we gotta tell a joke or some shit now.
It's all serious,
motivated.
or at least one
Yeah,
person anyway.
I was trying to read it.
Read.
Yeah. Oh well. It's fucking Saturday, man. We got the weekend, so the full moon's out. We got pop seeds. That's what I was hearing on the way.
Rock out with a cock out.
I haven't seen any moon tonight. There has been no moon tonight.
So there's
What
no.
the hell are you talking about?
So it's the new moon right now, and
The
then
moon's right above me.
When are we supposed to pop them? Tonight? Tomorrow?
spaceship.
There is no moon in Las Vegas. There has not been a moon at all today.
It's because it's over Miami, Ty.
Now I did see the moon about
Miami.
11 o'clock, like right above the
February
airport.
16. February 16th is when it's saying the next full moon is. So
I'm
next,
gonna go look and see if there's a moon.
so it's next week is what it says.
Y'all want to see the moon?
Well, so 4 days.
Oh shit.
No, green fingers. I don't want to see your moon.
Yeah. I was like, here we go.
Look at that little thing. It's all cute. Full moon. That's right there. Wham. Over the desert sky.
Okay,
Next week.
there's a moon in Las Vegas. It's just towards the west, whichever the way the
Where
west.
I'm
Okay.
at. That's exactly where I'm at.
I'm not giving away my direction, but
Yeah, we're gonna cross coordinate your fucking longitude, latitude from your position.
We need to get Uncle Rick on here.
well, no, I mean, I gave the basic one. I'll give you the airport. So,
Holy shit.
yeah, because I was like, I haven't seen a moon. I saw a moon like 11:30 this morning. I was like right above the airport, but I didn't see one at all tonight.
So what's the next seeds you're gonna crack then?
Who?
Anybody? I don't know.
Crazy Uncle Josh.
Everybody's too stoned. I don't know. I gotta look.
Well, I wasn't sure who you were talking to.
I don't
I mean, yeah, I'm fucking stoned.
Yeah, I'm popping the crazy Uncle Josh that the fucker SoCal brought me.
All right. Nice.
I also saw a ninja fruit post earlier, so I won some ninja fruit on the show on here. So I'll fucking probably pop that too.
Actually, does anybody know anything about that meat wagon from Miranda Valley Farms?
I don't. I want to get his fucking whole menu because I know he's got multiple folks genetics, so I want to take a browse through that and see what I want to snag up because I know he's got a bunch of shit.
I think that will be what I pop next.
I want to run some of that bike seat, fucking, because I smoked some of that with Johnny, and that was pretty good.
Yeah, dude, he's got some interesting crosses, that's for sure. I like Miranda. He's cool as fuck too. So that's cool.
Yeah, here's some.
Sherman's pants
There's a
cross
mustache
what is it? Chem
one.
Burley. I
Yeah,
don't know. I can't fucking pronounce it. Probably can't even see it, can you?
No.
This is the one that I'm popping from
You
him.
have to tell
I
us
asked
what
him
it's
which
like, Ty.
one.
You gotta run it. Tell us what it's like, man.
Oh no, I'm going to.
Meat wagon.
I would just ask him if he knew anything about it.
All right, cool. That's cool though. You
I like
got
the name.
dude, Stoney.
he always has cool names. They always mean something.
Yeah, it is dope.
It's gonna be time to get these meat wagons moist.
Well, I know everything. Also, like usually everything he fucking runs is also something cross to something to subs.
Oh, it is. That's cool.
Yeah, that's what he was telling. We were talking on the phone at Johnny's for a while, and he even he sat there and ran down what's in, Big Roots as well, and fucking that was cool because he was like, oh, I have a story about each one of them, and so he was telling me the story. I was like, for sure, I know. And then for one, the cocoa, he didn't know the story. I was like, yeah, it's probably just that, they source it well. Obviously they do, but then they fucking rinse it a bunch of times so it's not salty at all and different shit. But he ran down the whole fucking list of shit, and I was like, hell yeah, I would probably add some malted barley to that and maybe something else, but it has everything that you would want in there. Just has a nice base. And that's all he uses is straight water and that. So it's fucking dope. But I like his all his names on his strains they're cool. And I know he's got a special thing that from Miss Jill or something, a cross, the GG4 cross. So I'm pretty fucking
Oh, girl, can of queen. What you got there, Stoney?
You know what? I gotta ask her again. I forgot the name of it. She just marks it. MD P1
Oh, Stoney.
or P2.
Is that Canna Queen?
Menage a Delight.
Yeah.
That's the Menage a Delight.
Yes, that's it. Yeah,
Because you know what? I think whatchamacallit? I was rewatching one of the old shows that in my YouTube history of what I haven't finished watching before. And one of them was one of the contests I won, and that was actually the pack I was supposed to win from Chicha. But I got the Wookiee unicorn that I already popped. And I was like, I thought they had said a different, it didn't matter to me. I didn't care. But when you saw that MD, I'm like, wait, because you won the other contest. Right?
Yeah.
In that episode, you won a contest and I won that contest.
Yeah.
Right?
Chicha had a contest or something.
Yeah. So the packs, I think, got mixed up because the one that I won was supposed to be, I don't care because these ones I'm growing now are fucking fire. But
fucker, you got mine and they're fire. You know what's gonna happen now. No, I'm sure these are good. I know her. She does her homework, man. She's a sharp cookie. So
no,
that one and then this will be the last.
I grew that out. You want to watch out for that. You might shit yourself. We used to joke about that. That's the methed up she talks about.
No, I want to give Canna Queen give her a big shout out because I actually met her when I was on the Chad Westport show with Chris Guerrero.
Oh yeah, that's great.
So yeah, so that's when I first introduced to her. So and from that moment on, we followed each other, and so I followed her journey, and I've always so it was a nice, cool little full circle moment when I won that contest and got him, and so it didn't matter to me what, but it was just when I saw that MD, I'm like, that's it. because I was just watching some other stuff the other day because I've been laid up, and I'm like, that's it. So never mind. But big shout out to fucking Canada Queen.
Yeah.
she's cool. Hey guys, I'm gonna jump out though. It's already late. I didn't even notice. Fuck. Sitting here having class, man. It's always
Good
fun
weekend,
hanging out.
Smiley.
Man. Hell yeah. Hope you guys have a great Saturday. We'll fucking probably see you in another one. In the next one.
Have a great one, Smiley.
Yeah, man.
Take care, Smiley.
Thanks, Eagle. Thanks, guys.
See you, buddy.
Brother. I got tons of respect for that dude, man. Canada community has put a lot of cool people in my life, man, but that was one cool dude that was thrown my way. I've been grateful for meeting ever since, man. Right there. It's just tons of respect for that. Tons.
I remember the first time I ever saw Smiley's friggin' name, and I don't remember what chat it was. I'm like, I'm gonna like this guy, just by his screen name. I didn't even hear him. I just knew. I'm like, I'm gonna like this guy, and I was usually right.
I met him in CJ Apple at the same time at Christmas at Vehicle City Social. And that was right when I was doing the MBS thing. And he had recognized me from that. We kind of started talking. And ever since then, man, we've been fucking hanging out, talking. Like I said, man, that was a good chance meet, man. I was really impressed. From the day we talked, man, he showed me pictures of his garden and the way he talked, man. Even at that point, man, I was like, man, you need to be showing this shit because he had fucking just a beautiful setup. He had the fucking umbrellas going, you know what I mean? The reflective umbrellas. He was using those at the time, but he's fucking just crushing it. And of course, Mr. CJ Apple, man, if you haven't had a chance to meet that dude live and in person, he hasn't done one of these live episodes, but he's in chat, a lot of the chats. But man, that's one cool dude that knows a lot about cannabis and a lot of cool cannabis people. That was another meet. They were hanging together. Cool night. Definitely cool.
That name doesn't ring a bell.
Oh, yeah, he's in chat all the time.
CJ Apple?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wait. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, trying to visualize it and then seeing it in chat, it's two different things right now. I'm friggin'
See,
lit.
the one thing about the beautiful thing about CJ is you should say hi to CJ because he gets around. CJ actually travels quite a bit. He gets out to the Northern California events and he likes to drive. He's got a nice, beautiful pickup truck, dog he likes to take with him. So there's a good chance, man, that, you know, you could be at a cannabis event and he will recognize you from, you know, watching you on the program or whatever, just kind of tap you on the shoulder and be like, hey man, I'm CJ and shit. And he's a good dude, man. He's an awesome dude to just talk and smoke weed with. But hopefully I'll stumble across either one day.
Hey, Stoney, I might come visit you in June. Are you in Chicago? Are you in Chicago?
In Chicago, you're going to be in the city, or
I might be, because right when you said freaking cannabis events, freaking Eagle, that's when that cannabis trade show thing that I went to out here, that's when they stop off in Chicago for like 4 days. I don't have the date.
Where is it? Is it going to be downtown Chicago? Do you know where it's going to be exactly? Because
I'll find out. They just announced the dates yesterday.
Because sometimes, you know, when they say Chicago, it could be Schaumburg, which is like 40 miles west of fucking Chicago, or it could be Rosemont. Rosemont.
I would probably assume it would be downtown. I would assume because it's pretty big.
Yeah, no, I mean, we have a couple of convention centers that, like I said, are a little further
Oh,
out of the
wait.
city.
I have technology in front of my fucking fingertips.
Oh, shit. You know, dude, we do this a lot at work. Me and the older guys would be sitting there bullshitting. We'll be like, no, it's this. No, it's that. And then some kid will walk by. Why don't you just Google it? Like, fuck you, because we don't want to know who's right, because possibly one of us is wrong, and we can't suffer that fucking blow to the ego. So fuck off, you little bastard. Go mind your own business, Mr. Google. So what did we come up with, Ty?
June 7th through the 9th. Chicago Conference Center, Rosemont.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They're usually out there in Schaumburg or Rosemont. Rosemont's right by the airport, right by O'Hare.
I've never been, so that's why I was all like,
Oh, you'll fit right in. There's a casino there, actually.
I don't gamble, dude.
I don't either.
I'll play poker.
Rosemont is actually like modeled after Las Vegas, or they've been little by little. There's a lot of familiarities, like their convention center. It's starting to look more like your convention center out there, but like a very shrunken down version of it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean,
well, that's good, because Rosemont's a lot closer to me than Chicago, and I, be honest with you, just fucking hate going to the city. I've been there enough. 30 years of working down there. I'm not saying I'm not going to go back. The kids like it, you know, Christmas time, and I zip them around. But
I'm just saying if things work out, because I know a lot of people that work for that show, as well as companies that do business within that show. And if it's free and everything works out, I'll come out and visit you and friggin' take you to that, introduce you to some cool people.
Cool. I'm down. Yeah, there's some cats out here. DPO, 71 DPO from Caribou's out here. He's in the city.
I don't want to see that guy.
We still refuse to call him 71 DP. I still call him DP710. I don't know why.
I just usually call him DP, but
that's what I call him.
Just for the sake of people that don't know who he is, maybe.
Like
find him. But yeah, I know what you're saying, because I was the same way. It was like, to me, it was always, and I still to this day write it 710 DP. I'm always 710 DP. And then it's like, no, that's not it. It's 71 DPO. And I'm like, man, that sounds like a Star Wars robot.
You know, I've actually said that to him, both in person and during the interview. I was like, I fuck it up every time. I'm just going to save myself a little trouble. I'm just going to continue to do these.
Just have to live with it.
I've seen other people change their names slightly in chat too, their screen names. Not pointing anybody out, but vary one way or another. And as I say their names in the shout outs, there's been times where I either think to myself, and I have said, you'll still be this to me. You know what I mean? You're still going to be the original shout out name. You know what I mean? You can change it, but I'm always going to know you as this. So I can be stubborn sometimes. English.
Oh my God, man. I'm just testing new stuff out that's been in a drying tent. This purple turban from this Jill, man. It's G13 cross with headband. Holy fuck.
I could have got those last year. I could have got those.
Dude, this stuff is frosty. I mean, I think I'm telling you right now, man, I'm pulling it out of the tent and I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, purple turbot. I'm like, looking, I'm like, what the fuck? This thing grow like more trichomes while it was sitting in the drying tent. I mean, it's fucking crazy. And the high is just, this is definitely sleeper stuff here.
I passed on those because I fucking didn't have the fucking. I was like $20 short, and my buddy's like, "Oh, don't worry about it." I'm like, no, that's not me.
Well, when you come out here, man.
No, it's all good. It was just when you said that, I'm like, you guys, everybody.
Well, you know, when you come out here,
you start mentioning stuff that like I've had crossed paths with, but like haven't. Like you guys are like starting making me feel like you're like in my head, like more ways than one. What happened right there?
What's that?
Oh no, my phone just got all weird for a second. Like I was in the Matrix. Right as I was saying that, my phone started getting all matrixy.
It's the aliens. Anybody got some good alien talk?
Oh, we can go down that rabbit hole.
I've been waiting for the
Martians or
government to say that
extraterrestrials?
we have them.
Extraterrestrials, aliens, or Martians?
Alien takeover.
So there's illegal aliens. Those are true. One of my lights just went off. Oh yeah.
Open my buddy.
What the hell's that?
Creepy stuff, man. That was a goat mask or what?
Well, if you're a wrestling fan, you might know what that is from like a long time ago. I use it for a Halloween mask every now and then. It just stays out in the garage.
I'm a wrestling fan and I'm Mexican, so I know a lucha. I can't say it because I'm white.
No, that was from the Wyatt brothers or whatever those guys were called. And
Wyatt Earp.
Wyatt Earp, yeah.
No, those guys are before your time, Greenfingers.
Wyatt,
dude, like the guys I remember was like Dick the Bruiser, the Crusher, Moose Cholak.
That was back before the wrestling ring.
And then these guys.
That was back when they were.
That's pre WWF, ain't it? Almost.
Well, they were all involved in that, though. You know, McMahon's were all involved with that. They were like intertrading these wrestlers. You know, like, hey man, I'm going to use these guys. It'd be like you guys, you know, like with let's say Michigan Bros and Caribou. Like, hey, I'm going to trade you this guest for that guest. You know, and that's what the wrestlers were like. You know, they were like kind of like guests, and they would show up and do a stint. But that's how they got their name out there in different areas, because these clubs were like, I think the one here was like Michigan and Indiana and Chicago. It's just like right around the lakefront, you know, like Ann Arbor and then like Gary and then Chicago. And they would have their matches like Saturday night or something. And then Sunday mornings, like 6 o'clock in the morning, on some obscure channel out of the 6 channels we had, it was wrestling time, man. And these guys, chairs, and you know, and they were just not athletic, nothing like it is today. It was probably be really fucking boring. But for us, I mean, we're like Sunday morning, and you see this guy's got blood just pouring down his face. It was much bloodier then, though. Like they were really like everybody was bleeding all the time.
They were cut back then, I think. Old Ric Flair, I think, is admitted to putting like glass and shit into his tape to kind of cut himself at that point.
Yeah, it was probably more realistic. You're right. Plus, those being less athletic, and when they're taking these hits, and they weren't. Some of those guys weren't in the greatest shape. There were a few guys that were. I forgot there's 3 brothers, and I want to say Bobby Heenan was one of them. It was like 3 blonde, super long blonde haired dudes, and they always had these stars on their tights.
The Midnight Express. I'm a walking wrestling almanac. I've got
Okay.
I've got ties to wrestling and wrestlers and all that crazy shit too.
Oh, of course you do, dude.
I'm just sitting there just waiting for my turn. Like, oh, let me just say something.
With that beard, I'm starting to think you might be one of the apostles, man.
that was Bobby Eaton and Stanley, the Midnight Express.
You remember the three of them with the long, and they were like the first ones to wear the long pants because everyone else always wore the shorts, like the original wrestling gear.
Wait, are you talking about the Freebirds?
Maybe it was. There was three dudes. They had super long blonde hair. They looked more like rock stars, and they'd always had stars on there. And they had long pants. They'd never wear shirts. They were like,
it could be either the Freebirds or the Midnight Express.
this would be like probably early 70s, 73, 74.
Like the AWA, NWA, WCCW days.
Yeah, they weren't like every weekend, you know, they weren't on. It would be like once every other month. They would have like 2 matches you would see. You know, they would do every other week. They do a match, and then you go 2 weeks without, because it's like they would come to town for, you know. They do maybe
different territories.
Right. They do 3 matches and film them here, and then we would get to watch them on the local channel or whatever they broadcasted on, like Wayne's World. That's what it was like too.
Have you guys ever let loose a fucking Ric Flair woo?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
God, man, it's just how fucking that could be two ways. That thing could be both empowering, like you just getting fired up, or you could let a big Ric Flair woo and just let some shit go. You know what I mean? You ever just walk out of a building and be like, whoa, and just let it fly out.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
nice breath of fresh air.
That reminds me. Yeah.
So you don't explode.
Like Macho Man gets pumped up, man.
Dude, watching him gives me like a coronary.
One of my best woos was actually on a live Monday Night Raw, and it was actually on fucking recorded. It was one of the only times I got to sit front row, right in between where Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler was at. And back then, that was when like Stone Cold was like the shit. And I was one of those guys that had that seat right in between them because I knew people. And I had this big old sign that says Ty, with this big old arrow pointing down, so you knew who the fuck that I was.
I'm gonna look that one up.
That was the same night I called Jeff Jarrett a fucking pussy. And and when I got home, my mom was all like, I heard you. And I knew exactly what she meant. Like, so I'm like, oh, because I mean, I just went over like, Jeff Jarrett, I just called him a pussy. You know, just getting rowdy. It was fucking like the 90s. You know, so
you were young.
Good times. How do we get from alien? You want to talk about aliens to fucking wrestling?
Because that's where the aliens are all hiding out in the wrestling world.
They're the wrestlers. They're the ones with the masks. Why do you think Rey Mysterio's eyes are so crazy?
But I will tell you that Rob Van Dam can put down some fucking
Mr. RVD, Mr. Monday Night, motherfucker, my favorite motherfucker of all time.
He can smoke. He can smoke, and the Godfather.
Him and Sabu, when they were fucking tag team champions, they were the fucking greatest ever. Fucking ECW. I used to make fucking barbed wire wrapped around shit. Like just up until last year, I still wrapped barbed wire around shit, just because of them. Like just like a stick, and like wrap barbed wire around it, and just like walk around with the dogs. That's my walking stick.
Clubbing little animals. You know, Macho Man always seemed like he was taking it like a dump. You know, I'm telling you, when I get off of this shitter, I'm gonna kick your ass. I don't know, man. I like him a lot, but God. Yeah. He's bound up.
You think he was just a little fucking Mean Gene standing there with Mike, and he's just sitting there fucking farting and shit the whole time.
Fucking flexing on him. It was like they were tripping. I watched one the other day on YouTube where Hulkamania teamed up with Macho Man, and they were in front of Mean Gene talking about going to the stratosphere. It was like they were tripping or something. I was cracking
They probably were. I want some of that back in those days. I want some of that.
Stories. The fucking like the plane the plane ride from hell. That shit was like last week's fucking or 2 weeks ago. That was like the one that they played. That was a badass fucking story.
She's in chat. Marshall says he was constipated. Probably after eating all them fucking Slim Jims all gassed up and shit.
No, that makes it slip right out.
My daughter grabbed one the other day. She goes, Dad, can I get a Slim Jim? I'm like, you like those? She's like, yeah. And I grabbed that thing from her hand. I pulled it out. I'm like, snap it to a Slim Jim. I got like up in her face and shit. She just looked at me like, what the fuck? She's like, Dad, you all right? And I'm like, my God, that's right. You have no clue who that was. She goes, no, I don't. And she like grabs the thing from my hand and walked over.
You didn't make her look at the video, like YouTube a video of it and be like, "This is."
No, they can care less, man. They're so like they're just 100 miles an hour doing whatever they're doing. You know.
You ought to see what he looks like today, man. He looks old, very grandpa. It's crazy.
Who?
So.
Macho Man.
Oh yeah, little mother.
That's what my buddy always used to do that.
Extra brownie points, Stoney. After you snapped into it, did you finish the rest of the friggin' quote?
So
no, we were in the middle of the gas station. she was embarrassed. I wasn't. She was though. I just stopped. I was like, all right.
So everybody, do you guys remember when he was doing those commercials? And part of it, he would look right into the camera and go, "What? Beefy?" Didn't he? He'd fucking take a bite of that. He'd snap it, bite it, and go beefy right into the camera. But beefy was always in the flavor description of Slim Jim, right? So, you know what's funny about that? Is there's technically, as far as I can see, no beef in a Slim Jim. Zero. It's mechanically separated chicken.
No.
Is like the first sign of meat you'll find on that fucking wrapper.
Yuck.
Mechanically separated chicken.
Yeah.
That's why those other ones taste different from a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
Because they are beef.
But was that the recipe that they used back then?
That
could be a recipe change. But I'm telling you here today, you pick one up and you will find no beef, but you will find. Daga Doctor says, "Oh, it's chicken. It is chicken."
Yeah.
It's chicken.
Chicken lips.
Chicken
and
something.
assholes.
Yeah, chicken assholes.
All I know is this, man. I used to like that shit a lot, and ever since we had this place that was like curing all kinds of different shit, we got some bear meat jerky once, and yeah, that put me into the hospital with some good ass food poisoning. Let me tell you. Ever since then, I've been shy. When I see those beef sticks come out, I'm like, yeah, you know, I'll pass.
Yeah, you could die from the bear meat like that. That's
yeah, dude.
That's a big one. That's like knowing, like if you're a hunter, like bear meat, like it's a iffy.
Parasites, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't eat bear.
Lots and lots of fresh garlic and ginger and fucking parasite killing type of things is what you'd want to eat with that.
You want to marinate it overnight and like lemon and lime and shit and fucking a lot of garlic, ginger, like you said, all
You
that
don't have
shit.
to worry. I'm not touching that shit again.
Yeah, I never eat bear. That's the
Yeah, I heard
bear,
it's just greasy.
I want to eat bear, big cat,
A lot of gristle and grease and ugh.
or coyote. Yeah.
Like me some bison or some some
Yeah, I
elk.
want lean protein, but I want it to be like fucking something that's been eaten like regularly, like bison. You know, sounds decent, but there's not enough fat for me. I like fatty, a lot of fat.
Yeah, you just cook it a little bit less time because it doesn't, you know what I mean? You don't want to
lot less. Tartar, fuck it.
Hell yeah.
Some lemon and some capers and
But making me hungry. I just ate a piece of cheese, man. And I'm making me hungry again.
Shit, as far as fat goes, I think that's the best part of a good steak. I actually target out some fat on a steak. That grizzle, that little beefy. Now that shit, that's beefy. That little grizzle, fatty grizzle, you can fucking chew on for damn near a half hour if you wanted to.
Oh.
That's a beefy go. That's beefy. That's one of my favorite parts of a good steak right there. I purposely aim for that.
yeah. When are we getting this homestead starting so we could start buying some fucking animals?
I'm ready to start friggin'
Because I'm right out here in the agricultural area. I could get my hands on all kinds of animals. I just fucking
where's the
don't.
land?
Yeah,
don't live
you
in
ain't
that
got to
area.
graze on sand though, man. You got to get out here in the prairie.
I could, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We've all heard of like corn-fed cows, but can we fucking cannabis feed our fucking cows and shit?
Cannabis fed?
Get them grazing on old defoliated leaves and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Research and development time.
Oh, it's 420. Cheers.
Oh shit, it is
Oh, we
420.
did miss it.
My dog just growled at me. He's like, motherfucker, what are you doing? So yeah.
That's pretty cool. Hey man, aren't you supposed to be small?
Crickets.
Drum solo.
Damn, my dog's still growling at me.
Maybe you're not smoking enough.
No, I'm smoking fucking resin out of this thing. Just because like I'm getting
no.
Oh no.
I'm getting ready. I'm getting
Oh,
ready for
no.
Say it
bed.
ain't so,
No.
green fingers. Say it
Oh,
ain't
resin
so.
gets me fucking ready for bed though. It's like not bad. So like don't like mourn for me because I have weed. I just save that for the morning. But like yeah, I don't want to smoke. I
Drop
don't
the
want to
tears,
smoke any of
bro.
the weed. I re-up tomorrow, so like I have to wait for my to go to the shop or whatever. So yeah. But resin gets me high.
Hey,
This
man.
is some very
Hey.
good weed.
Don't be waving that thing around. You can look it, will you?
That's why I don't put my lips on it because we might get like fucking.
Put your eye out.
I can put my lip on it over here. I was waving it around. Oh shit.
You'll shoot your eye out. You'll shoot your eye out.
Looks like Green Fingers got the old Red Rider out again. Or Black Rider.
It's not even that big when it's like far away. It's like
It's not even
when I have it up here, it's
talking
like,
like
like yeah.
It's almost like the coffee cup with the bowl in it. It's kind of like for chicks, though.
Oh,
The two-in-one.
You would. It looks. So
I got
normal.
one of those. You want mine?
Not me.
Why is the discharge hole so abnormally large there?
So you can put a joint in there and then you get stuck out of here. Kind of tickle it when you do that. You're like,
They don't call it old one eye for nothing.
He's a squirter.
you can teabag it for the. Yeah, kissed it right on
And here comes.
Oh, that's so
Well.
funny, man. Hey, so you know what, Eagle? I saw something pretty cool. Seeing it with you making your hats and T-shirts and shit. That now I forgot what the hell this thing's called, but you know that scan tag that you can take your phone and just scan it, and it'll take you like right to a website or whatever. I see a lot of, or I don't see a lot. I seen somebody made their T-shirts up and they put that scan code on the back of their T-shirt really big, so you could like take a photo of it and then scan it and go right to their website or whatever. Seemed pretty cool idea, or to at least have that somewhere. You know, it doesn't have to be super huge, but do you really want people walking up to your shirt? So the big one seemed like a good idea because, you know, you could do it from far away. Thought that was kind of cool.
It is kind of cool. It is. Like a Snapchat kind of thing. One of those kind of type things.
Yeah,
Or
because we
just
got those
QR code.
catachronic shirts, you know. I was like, that'd be cool to take you right to our material, right?
That would be super cool. So many ideas. I already got the cat flooded, at least on my end. For real. You think about it, man. Again, I kind of touched on that earlier about like in the limited bullshit. Man, there is already so many designs of cups and shirts and shit like that. Man. Kind of add on to all that's quite a bit. I want the jersey. I'm super. If I could do anything right now, like new, I would definitely like the idea of either a jersey or a jersey style T-shirt where it had like this on the back, and we could like have an option of the custom. You know, put your name, your handle across the shoulders there. You know, for events and shit like that, I think would be fucking badass. And shit.
Oh yeah. Hey, do you
Yep.
know what though? You can buy like bulk. I don't know if Alibaba is the one you want to use, but I know there's some other ones out there where you could actually get, you know, these jerseys, like a hockey jersey or some football jersey type situation for a pretty decent price.
East Bay is one of the places we used to do that for our teams when we would play NJB, National Junior Basketball shit. We'd go to East Bay and pick the color we'd want. Like, yeah. Fucking cheap. They have shoes, everything matching. Literally everything matching. Every color combination you could think of for every college. Everything. It's crazy. Every high school, all that shit.
Gus is suggesting green and black.
Oh, whatever
that'd be
the
cool.
weed nerd colors would be appropriate. Bright ass fucking
Green and purple.
green and purple.
On a black shirt.
And then can we get a color?
All
set
three colors,
where
green,
we-
purple, and black. Yeah.
That fucker's still holding up pretty good for as old as that is. Right there. You see him? That's
I'm sure you could find those colors on there too, in that combination. Any combination.
Purple.
Nice. That's a fucking so much shit you got. What's your newest work?
The latest one was either the Buddha on the arm,
Buddha? Yeah.
or Shiva coming up the side here,
Hmm.
which still needs to be done, finished.
Oh, it's not finished yet?
Okay. Well, he tapped out. I've never tapped out on a fucking tattoo. I've come close, but it's usually the artist that will go up before I do. But in this case, yeah, man, it was a long day. Fucking, we had already did, that's a good sized tattoo right there.
Yeah.
But we were starting to come up into the armpit and push towards the nipple and shit, and he tapped out. And I was thinking, Yeah, I don't know. I was honestly
Yeah.
thinking, man, I don't know if I was ready for the armpit and nipple today. The ribs were bad enough. I don't know if I wanted to incorporate the whole fucking side. But,
Yeah. Now are your legs done then?
oh fuck yeah, all the way from the underwear line
So
to
now
my
we're
toes.
doing now the arms or the body
Yeah,
first.
well, I'd like to finish the arms first before I really finish up the torso. You know, both sides are done, and you know the chest area done. The chest plate's pretty well done, and the back hasn't been started. And I forget who we were talking about. Was it Blind Cat? Yeah, or Blinded by the Light. I'm sorry, Blind Cat. Blinded
That's
by
all
the
good.
Light. When I think he was the one that said something had happened to his artist or something like that at
Yep.
one point. Yeah, that should. Man, I know a lot of tattoo guys and they live some pretty crazy lives, man. And I haven't my back piece. I will be interviewing them almost at some point. How you doing? All right, you and the old lady getting along? Drinking?
It's so true, dude. Like half of my whole freaking arm and my part of my back and shit, the same shit. Like like 3/4 of the way, halfway done, whatever the fuck. Just because dude had a fucking super crazy life and just got out of jail, and then all sorts of other shit was going on. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. That's a commitment right there, man. I actually the chest plate here. I don't know. I'll show it. Is this right here, all that right there, the whole eagle, all this was done in 2 weeks. So the outline and the black were done in one day, and I went back and we did the browns and some of the other shit, and then the fucking 2 weeks on the nose, we put the sun in, did the yellows and the whites and the rest of the colors. So that was pounded in all in fucking 2 weeks. So that's barely letting it heal and then pounding it again, barely letting it heal, pounding it again, barely letting it heal, and then pounding it again, which was the third time, man. That was the closest when we were doing the sun and some of the other areas that I had come close to tapping out right there. It was raw at that point. Yeah. Oof, rough. Yeah, the
Nobody
ribs
else
are
has
definitely the best or the worst area for me so far. The side over here, I've got a demon that comes up this side. Kind of thought that keep your fucking demon close and shit. Everybody's got demons, like keep him close, and you don't want to let him out. But I hate that tattoo. That's my worst one right there, and that was the longest. I think that guy went extra deep.
Yeah, I hate that.
Extra deep. He didn't want to be there. It was a standoff. It was a standoff, to be honest with you. And I learned a little bit about tattooing and shit about that day, man. First of all, when your tattoo guy says he needs to stop or wants to stop, let that motherfucker stop. Walk away.
Yeah.
Call it a day. Call it a day. Don't make him go any further. But I mean, after that, you're just risking the quality of the tattoo and or pissing them off. You know what I mean? And you want to keep the artist happy. But in this incident, it was a twofer, fucking basically. Uh, he thought he was gonna come in, do a quick cash grab, and then take bounce because it was his birthday. And unbeknownst to me, I didn't know it was his birthday. You know what I mean? But this motherfucker did. You know it's your birthday when you're scheduling tattoos and shit. And basically, I drove 3 motherfucking hours, waited 45 minutes to an hour and a half in the lobby, and then had him show up and go, yeah, I want to do about 45 minutes. I just want to throw the outline down. And then you get, you put down a nice deposit hunk, and then you can come back and we'll finish up in another 2-3 weeks, maybe a month, whatever. Let her heal up and shit. And I was like, and just like I said right then and there, man, I was like, dude, I fucking drove all the way down here. You knew it was your motherfucking birthday. My time's just as valuable as yours is. We're powering through this bitch. And by fucking 8 hours into it, 8 painful fucking hours of fucking pounded. Look at this bitch, red. You can't get any deeper red than that bitch
Holy
right
shit.
there. That fucker will never fade.
How
Never
old is that?
fucking fade. That thing's fucking 5 years old right there. That thing's been in the sun, everything else, man. I need somebody else to go in there, found some blacks and a little bit of whites in there to clean it up and make it right. And that cat, well, up until then, fucking said that he was, because I would take work into him. I would leave very little artistic room for art, him to stray on it. I'd be like, I want this is what I want. Da, 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 da. He a couple tats into it, he'd be like, God damn it, I am not a copy machine. God damn it, I am not a copy machine. So this was like the first piece right here that in fact, we'll do this fucking live right now. This was the first fucking piece right here that I gave him like artistic freedom on, because he said it was too big to like copy. You know what I mean? Do the fucking copy machine and fucking so you can trace it out. So I'm like, all right, cool. Go ahead and freehand that shit. And man, okay. So we'll do a side by side right now, and you guys can tell me how close you think this is to the original. Hold on. Open it up, I guess. All right. This would be the original. Zoom close this back. This is what it was supposed to look like right here. Okay. Boom. All right, you see that? Of course, there is a lot of reds in there. You see a lot more whites. You can see more skeleton structure, eyebrows, some cool ass eyes, but yet you can still see that the glow of the skull underneath, but there's still some skin there. And this is what we have today. You know what I mean? How close are we to that?
Can you do a close up of the tat?
Not really. Not there.
Or like highlight that?
I don't actually have, well, maybe. Let me see. I might actually have a picture of the tat. So that was
Actually,
the
now you
picture,
could. Your screen was really small for us.
right. But I actually think I actually had the tat. You know what I mean? A picture of
Oh,
the tat.
yeah, cool. What's that from? That picture.
I can't remember what the fuck that's from, to be honest with you. I got so many pictures of tats because a lot of them were in phases. It used to be, that's what they used to be all on the Eagle Gardens page, because it was more like a personal page, you know what I'm saying? And I had it mixed up, and the more serious I got about cannabis, I was like, man, you know what? I should probably separate. separate these two accounts. This was probably pretty wise looking back. Man, I don't have a picture of that one.
Is that from an album or something? Okay, now I can see it. Oh yeah.
Nothing close.
No.
I actually had him go add the green eyes at one point. He actually, sadly enough, we went another 6 hours into that after the fact because he tapped out that night at like after 8 hours in, 12 o'clock at night. You're gonna have to come back, man. I'll touch this up. And he went over it another 6 hours. And he taught me another lesson on that bitch. That tat right there was full of lessons. And that one was tattoo artists like breaks, which no big deal. Smoke your cigarettes. Everybody likes their breaks. I actually fucking enjoy a nice cannabis break in between, every half hour or whatever you got to do. That's what seems to be most. But the second round, he's like, "Hey man, I'm hungry. You wanna go get something to eat?" And I was like, sure. So we fucking ran off to this restaurant that's fucking half-mile down the road, sit down restaurant. Packed. We eat a nice meal. He has a couple beers, and then we get back at it. Probably about an hour and a half. You know what I mean? Fucking from time he pulls off and starts back up, which is just enough time to let every bit of adrenaline and, feeling you have guard against, the pain, whatever method you use to fade, and was like instantly like going back into like a fresh raw tattoo to finish it up. Oh man, it was brutal the second half. Yeah, fuck that long break shit. I'll never go another hour and a half break, half hour tops, get back in there, hour and a half, 2 hours. No, sir. That's pain, strictly pain after that point.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, you're right. The longer it's even like just even breaking at work when it's cold out, the longer you take a break or when it's super hot, you going somewhere cool or you going somewhere warm, depending on the weather. You take like that extra 5 minutes just to, and then it's just, the longer it takes, and then it's like, oh, fuck. That's why if it's super hot out, or it's cold, I used to just never break. I'm just like, fuck it, just work straight, get out of here. Once I get into the cold or the warm, that's it. And then I'll have to fucking come back out. Yeah, with the tattoo, I could see that. I mean, I've got a couple, nothing that big, but yeah, I've had them where they want to take a break and shit. It was like, and they come back. It seemed like it hurt worse when they came back,
They use that numbing spray pretty sparingly, man. That shit's pretty expensive.
Numbing spray? I didn't even know that existed.
I've never had that.
No.
Yeah, they didn't have that when I was getting my shit.
No. Man.
Nobody's buying
sure shit.
Shit.
Yeah, oh fuck yeah. You can actually buy some and take it in. Spray yourself beforehand and go in somewhat numb, then mid tattoo have him hit you a few more times. But yeah, hell yeah, there's numbing spray.
I had no idea.
Keep that shit around.
Right? I had no idea either.
Well, I guess if you're doing a super big piece,
lidocaine. Or that's the stuff that they used to use for I don't want to say it because it's dirty, but numbing spray because I wanted
So I got a tattoo once. I had a buddy of mine actually opened up a tattoo place in town where we live, and he had some younger kid in there tattooing. It was supposed to be really good. So I was dating this girl, and she's like, oh, I really want to get a tattoo. I'm like, well, my buddy owns this place. So, oh, let's go. So we went in there and I met this guy. His name was Clean Rock One. And I guess he was on one of these shows not too long ago, a few years back with like, I forgot the guitar player from Jane's Addiction. Shit, what's his name?
Perry Farrell? No,
not
and,
Perry.
yeah, I know who you're
The
talking
guitar
about.
player.
The dude that
Carmen
does,
Electra's fucking Dave Navarro.
Dave, yeah.
Yeah, he was like the judge or whatever. So this kid, I think, came in like second place. And then after a couple more shows, they brought back like all the runner-up guys. And then they all went head to head. And I think he won that one. But it was kind of cool because so I got a tattoo from him. And so I just picked it out of whatever he had. And it was a leopard. And I just wanted the leopard part. I didn't want what all the other bullshit, the leaves and all the shit it had with it. I says, no, I just want the leopard for right now. This is off the cuff, but I'm going to do something with that one day. You know, I'll figure it out. He's like, well, whatever you want to do, man, it's by me. It's for life. And anytime it needs touch up or whatever. So I know he's got a big place out there in Vegas. So one of these days I'll have to get out there and be like, hey, man. And because this thing's terrible now. It used to be colored. Now it's just basically like, it was black. I think it's starting to turn blue.
Man, some of the inks they got these days are fucking beautiful, man.
Yeah.
You know, they really stand the test of time, much less care. I'm a fucking, even my tattoo guy, any of them that I've gone to, I can stand there and be talking to them while they do their work and shit. And the customer will be like talking about like aftercare. And they'll be like, Eagle, you want to tell them what you do? Because I'm like, fucking, I'm anal about that shit, man. Washing that shit like every 4 hours, almost religiously the first couple of times, brutally applying whatever you're putting on it. I actually like fucking what's that shit called? I can't even think of it right now.
Tattoo
The
goo.
blue and white.
A&D ointment?
No. It's a blue and white. Fucking damn, I can't even think of it right now. I can't believe I can't think of it.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. It's like that water stuff or whatever for babies.
I can't believe I can't think of it right now. God damn.
Aqua something, isn't it?
Aquifer. Thank you. Thank
Aqua,
you.
yeah. That
Aquifer.
was my favorite stuff for my kids, man.
Yep. For that, until the first time it starts to crack a little bit, then decease, and then go for Aquifer. Same. They make a nice gel, or lotion rather. At that point, you got to go from the greasy to the lotion once she starts to peel a little bit right there. Another thing is definitely wash with no perfumes or fragrance, or no fragrance or anything to it. You want it as natural as I actually like the baby soap. I go back into the baby department. I figure it's good enough for a freshborn baby. It's clean enough and gentle enough for my fresh tattoo. It's the way I look at that shit. So that's what I use to wash in between. But man, fucking tattoos hold up these days pretty good, man. I don't know. What do you guys think about the guy I'm currently kind of using? His guy rather is using like fluorescent inks. So basically, put it under a fucking black light. That shit's glowing.
You go to any of those parties and shit, it's a
you guys firsties on that or what?
My friend used to have a white one like that. If you fucking Osborne got one like that too, I guess. Fucking, he got the white one, where it was like just a white tattoo, but then around it he got the colored shit. Pretty cool. But you got to be in a black light all the time.
True.
You're on mute.
Hey guys, I don't want to interrupt the flow, but I'm starting to fucking cramp up, so I'm gonna freaking tap out. But I don't want to interrupt this flow. So you guys have a good night. Eagle, thank you as always. Stoney, Blind Cat, and Snot
All right.
Poker. Chat.
Have a good night, man.
everyone.
Cheers, Si.
Let's see.
I'm gonna follow him
Thanks,
out,
Ty.
guys.
No, don't have me be the one. I'm just.
Oh,
here
you're
to-
not. I'm shot, man. I'm still
Well,
reeling
you're-
from the 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock a.m. fucking morning drive show with Greenfingers here.
Hell yeah.
Plus, we had band practice tonight. We recorded like 3 or 4 songs. I forgot, something like that. So,
All right. Well, I don't want to
Going
stop
on
the flow what you're
6.
talking about. So I love you guys. Have a great day.
love you, brother.
You too,
Peace
brother.
out.
Have a good
Yeah.
day.
Guys,
Good morning.
have a great night, morning, day. Love you all. Chat. Take care. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Cheers, Stoney.
Peace.
Have a good
Hey,
day,
guys.
brother.
They say the door's open, and I'm going to use it. I got some stuff to do today myself. I wanted to jump on and hang out with you guys and do my wake up coffee and smoke. And I always enjoy that, as you know, and I appreciate the time. Love you guys. Eagle, love your tattoos, man. You're bold. You're a strong dude to get all that shit done. I know I got a little bit of tattoo down across my stomach and my rib cage, and it hurt like hell. And I was like, yeah, I probably won't get too many more of those. Just not for me. But I definitely got a lot of respect for someone who can have the mental capacity to work through that and shit. It says a lot about being centered and all that, and knowing yourself, and it's pretty cool shit, man. And I think the artistic part of it is badass. I didn't want to cut in when you was going there, but I definitely I got a couple tattoos. Maybe someday I'll show you. I got one I'm really proud of. So yeah, man. But it's on my leg. It didn't hurt bad. It's just beautiful. And guess what it is? A phoenix bird with some cool, nice big wings and shit. And I got it's a shackle with a chain, and then the phoenix is like breaking away from the shackle and coming up my leg. It's pretty cool, man. But yeah, someday I'd like to show those to you because I really appreciate your tattoos. But I love you guys. Blind Cat, it's nice getting to know you.
Hey, brother.
Green fingers as always. And I don't want to miss anybody, Stoney, Ty, and everybody else that was here, and the chat as well. Man, chat shows a lot of love. And again, thanks, Eagle, for the platform. We love you guys. Everybody check out my channel. If you want to win a Photon Tech Light tomorrow, we're giving one away at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So good luck on that. It's a way to give back for some of the shit that, you know, all the information and the love that's been so freely given to us on these shows. And that's, you guys, like Eagle, has inspired us to try, me and Crack, to try and have our own little thing. And just based on, you know, how you present yourself, carry yourself, and represent the community. I've been doing some cool research and looking at the pictures of him in his garden and stuff now. I'm trying to get to learn that whole culture because that's like before me, you know? So yeah, it's cool, man. I think I told you the other day, I think it's cool you keep his name alive. And this is a long leave, but I wanted to get some of that shit off my chest there. So, all right, guys. Big ups, man.
Peace.
Big ups.
Big ups to you, man. It's an honor to have you around, brother. So
Yeah.
I appreciate those kind words, man. I really do.
We'll see you guys.
Cheers, brother.
Good way,
Cheers,
day,
man.
brother. You guys had better head over there and check out that light. That is a nice light. Nice way to get a show started. Nice way to get your grow started.
Or if you're from Canada, your grow show.
Well, boys, I think I'm following them out as well. We're fucking hitting that 6 o'clock mark.
Hell yeah.
Hit these girls with some water before I fall out.
Hell yeah.
What's that? It's after that.
Hell yeah.
All right, Eagle, you want to boot me out again?
Yes, sir. Makes me feel bad, but if it makes you feel good. Later, brother. Have a good day, man.
You too. Green fingers chat, everybody. Thanks, Eagle.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
See ya.
Hell yeah. That's fucking funny. Fucking hell yeah. Everybody go plant some seeds. Go give some seeds to somebody if you got extra seeds that you're not gonna grow. Fucking do something. Love you, Eagle. Thanks again for everything. I owe you, man. Oh, you're on mute, brother.
Ah, figures. Thank you, man. You guys make all this shit possible, for real. I appreciate you guys more than you guys will fucking ever know. It works both ways, for real. So thank you, brother.
Thanks
Cheers.
again, man.
Have a good day.
Have a great morning. Love you.
With the rest of you guys, man, thank you very much for tuning in. Man, everything is a mess. I don't even, I looked for my fucking shout outs. I can't find the shout outs right now. So I gotta pass on the shout outs tonight. I am greatly sorry on that. It is a little late on that anyway, but know this, man. I do appreciate everybody in chat, everybody that watches the show, everybody that comes on, tells the story. There's so many things to be grateful about in this community. People contributing, putting in knowledge. Thank you all. Help cover the bases a little bit. But with that being said, enjoy your Saturday. Hopefully, it's a very prosperous day for you. Along the lines of the day, please do something nice for somebody. Hopefully, you guys know the deal. Random acts of kindness do save lives. I am a living, breathing example of that. I will catch you tonight with Mr. Hoto Herb. It'll be a good show. See you tonight, 11:30.